Grand Finals, Brandon, there are two players sitting on that stage, I think it's worth noting, have been in the Grand Finals of the last two major international lands in the women's scene. Rachel reunites with Astra to take on the latter's team, her core, in this Grand Final. France versus Poland, the two favourites coming into this event. They get opposite sides of the playoff brackets. We get them joined here in the finals. It couldn't be written better.
It's funny because you mentioned those two players that have attended consecutive Grand Finals. It wouldn't be a Grand Finals without Team Poland / Navi Javelins, would it? So it only makes sense that Team Poland get here. They have been put through their paces. They have been made to work incredibly hard, but they are here for this moment, as are Team France. Our Grand Final is about to get underway right after this tech pause.
Yeah, we love the build-up, the hype, the excitement to just get straight into that slight little delay.
Oh yeah.
But let's talk a little bit more about this, Vito. I think it does highlight an interesting point. This is the one map that Team France haven't played. Now, we talk about the 7-map pool. I don't honestly think they have a particularly deep 7-map pool. It's probably very shallow across those maps. This was definitely the shallowest, I think, for Team France.
Yeah, I think so. I think what's interesting here as well is the fact that you have to sort of pick into Anubis is quite difficult, to be honest. Like, I felt like you had to sort of ban out Team Poland's best maps here. You can't really play to your strengths because Team Poland have been that team for so long, because they've been playing together for over 2 years and they've got that experience. That's what they say in every single interview, and we know that because it's so true. They've always had a 7-map pool ever since Overpass was removed, and now finally we can get into this Grand Final.
Let's get it then. Team Poland versus Team France kicks off on Nuke. Poland on that T side. Had a struggle on this earlier yesterday against Sweden. But Emerald, oh my god, she's pushed through, she's taken 3. How's she done that then? Everyone's falling. It's Lena alone. She'll try to get one back onto Rachel. Emerald with the dual Berettas wins this round single-handedly.
Didn't even see it, didn't see any of the kills, and yet in the feed it is Emerald 1, 2, 3 times of our skin. And I tell you what, we've already got this early. I'm going to bring it up right now, round 2. Poland have been struggling against teams that play not the conventional way. Against teams that you think, what are they going to do? They're going to push us. They're going to try and disrupt us. Normally, they're okay at dealing with that, but against Leather Cook and ESL Impact, they struggled. Against Team USA, they struggled. Against Team Denmark, they even struggled again there as well.
Yeah, they had the real, if you can't beat them, make them join you thing when they signed Astra, right, who had put them through a whole ordeal in ESL Impact as Letter Cook. So they should have an idea on what to expect from Astra and Rachel here. K&A. Nice adjustment with the dual Berettas. Will be brought down by Angelica. At the moment, it is just the one casualty, but it is the bomb plant, so good distraction to set that up. Dostak.
Absolutely fine for Poland. I think also what was fun here, and I think they will change it up between the last time we watched them on stage and now in the Grand Final, is that Hanka was prioritising just taking all of this space pretty continuously, right? Just always into heaven, trying to wrap deep outside. This time they did that, but the true intent was disguised. It was so they could get that bomb down for extra money.
Yeah, to get a little bit of time to defuse that bomb, because Julie needs to go and pick up that M4. Shall they bring that over into this round? We'll get the guns out now for Poland, and they'll have a little bit more utility than they would have otherwise. So a nice bomb plant. They'll be very happy with how that played out. But now the real game begins.
KNA already on the AWP. And we keep saying it, and I'll say it again, KNA is her most prolific when she is just getting aggressive right in the face of Team Poland. She can afford to do that right now because VQ doesn't have a sniper.
Yeah, and she won't have one, right? It's just really unlikely on that T side in the first gun round. So a lot of room now for for KNA to work. Smoke will go down. Hanka almost gets caught there. She crosses very quickly. We saw her doing this to the tail end of Nuke against Sweden. Just getting very fast across, and the response is immediately Rachel rotates down.
Yeah, also you got to think about this for Team France. When's the go on these lobby crunches? Sweden were really proactive in that. Lena just waits impatiently. Rachel with the MP9 just pokes her head out. It's like whack-a-mole on VQ. She's the game winner. High score set over towards B, and now Team Poland can scale again into the site.
Yeah, they're just decisive, right? They know they've now got the gap here. Kato hits that flick onto the player on the left-hand side. Goes past Hanka, and Astra deals to Lena on the leg.
It's so common that Lena's always going to be there. I think the molly even hit Kaede. She sort of kneed it up, so she had that little bit of extra time. Smokes are in, though, for Team Poland. 3 players are rotating down. All of them are here. You have got kids.
Kato's going to set it up. Smoke onto control. Nice little hole that's been blown open to work with. Letty behind. She'll be taking first contact. You imagine. Spotted. Gets that first kill nice and clean. Jiggling out the orb. In fact, she'll swing onto it. Letty delivers too. Gives a chance now. Reposition from Viku. Tap on the bomb. Hanka dumps her head down low, but it doesn't work out. And they're covering for Viku.
You feel like Hanka has that, you really do, but it's Julie doing the most unexpected thing, and that is putting her head really close in towards the door, into the angle that Hanka was holding. You feel like the round was won, especially with Letty holding for that double on towards ramp. They've got all the control. They know that they have to come in from ramp.
That's the 2 players you don't expect to kind of drop that 2v2, right? Hanka and Viku. But when the bomb's not planted for Viku, she has to go on the left-hand side of the smoke, and Astra reads that perfectly. 3-0 start for Team France. Poland will reinvest off the bomb plant.
Orb still here, 4K a day. Limited kills as well for Team Poland, it's got to be said. Hanka yet to arrive in the feed, and she is taking a number of these roles and responsibilities where she's the one that's taking the proactive space on this team. She's the one trying to create just an opportunity here for Team Poland. It is more often than not being punished for it. But then when they go in, she's always the first one in. I'd quite like it if she was the second one in, because I feel like her aim could be absolutely lethal.
I don't think it suits her as a player, though. She loves to get involved
That's
as an
true.
aggressive rifler, right? It's kind of like telling Astra or Rachel not to do that. So, we get a slight breather again, hopefully not too long, as Julie is having maybe a slight issue. Both these teams have had a little bit of a break to take a breather between these matches. That long 3-map affair. Everything's been a 3-map affair.
Real.
I'd be shocked if this doesn't go to 3 maps.
I'll tell you what, I'll make it be cool here. If France end up taking Nuke, it doesn't go 3 maps.
Oh, you think 2-0 for Team France? That's a bold call.
I'm not saying it will happen. I'm saying if Team France take Nuke, it goes 2-0.
Yeah. The nuke's interesting, isn't it? You know, on the one side, you can obviously put out this big story about how, you know, Na'Vi Javelins were so strong on this map. It was this 5-player roster that was dominant on Nuke. No one played it against them. It was the permaban of Enigma Galaxy at the time, so anytime Nuke came out, it was a win for Poland. But it fell out of favor quite some time ago. So you're going back to your roots, but it's roots that people know.
Exactly. It's roots that people know, and also it's all about recovering what you want to do, what you did used to do in the past. And as a result, it's quite difficult just kind of looking back and getting all of those strats and getting rehearsed in time, especially for an event like this. You got to think as well, a lot of people that are playing on this stage, obviously Astra and the Team Poland core will know each other quite well, but it's a case of delegating responsibilities as well. How much time have you been able to practice with your international country? How much time have you put into preparation for ESL Impact Season 6 finals in Stockholm?
Yeah, so I think a lot of players in this server will have been putting effort into that. Astra on one side, fracking with most of the players on the other. And you assume that Nuke is part of the new Na'Vi Javelins map pool. I don't know if we've seen it, actually. It's up in the air, isn't it?
I don't think we have.
But it seems like it's there because I think they banned Vertigo. So we know it's in the playbook. But it's like, you know, all this new stuff you've been practicing with Astra and D7, none of that's going to be on display here. So all the recent efforts you've been putting into this map, it's very different to what you now have to go back to on this stage.
Speaking of going back to players, obviously relinking with Letty and Lena our team Poland. It's been really nice seeing Lena back after such a long period of time. I guess it's been one season, but for us that feels like quite a long time, right?
Yeah.
So the fact that she's here, the fact that she's been playing really well, and every time you see her, she's always so positive. She's just saying, look, I'm so excited to be here. I'm happy to be back playing, representing my country. Hopefully we see her again soon.
I hope so. She's definitely shown time and time again that she's an incredible piece to any team. Hello. I think we might be getting back into way, guys. Got the fist bumps going through. Action resumes. So far it's been quite fast from Poland in these opening 3 rounds.
But it's all been outside, right? We haven't seen anything focused towards ramp. We've not seen just even the door being blown off, main smokes, like putting pressure anywhere else. It has been one-dimensional, and the trend is set to continue.
Yeah, it's testing the waters, isn't it, a little bit? Anka knows how much space she can get outside. She's testing this like she did against Sweden, and same answer, you can get this for free.
There's the go signal. Oh, I don't think Julie spotted Lena. This could be very big indeed, because Lena now knows, hey look, no one has come down the vent. I'm already ahead of this play. No one has cleared your close angles. It is only Rachel that's rotated down ramp. She's going to slide right back into the corner. She's going to need help fast.
Yes, it's just going to be straight up B. All 5 players are down here, but it's only Rachel.
And the's been no proactive push in here out of Team France either, so they have no idea that this has happened. They've only got an inkling.
Completely clueless. The only thing they have is Rachel. Now they get the hint. K-Day starts to scramble. Utility goes over to block off these 2 avenues. Smoke, Molly, flashbang. Rachel able to dodge it. K-Day looks to edge her way forward as smoke comes in. Rachel standing strong, but K-Day spammed out by Hanka. With Rachel falling, the bomb site completely is Polish.
And you're at this point as well, right, where you've got Julie on 6,500. She can drop an AWP if she saves this, can keep an AK in her pocket. So 3 players are going to save. They're going to completely concede this. Team Poland can finally get on the board. Nice little play for Lena to make that. It's a slight variation where you've got all this space. There was no nade to break the outside smoke. There was no counter flashbangs whatsoever. So Lena takes the risk, is rewarded. As soon as she doesn't see anyone in towards single, deep, in towards double doors by the stairs, you start to think, oh, okay. If everyone could take away this AWP, that would be awesome, because then you don't need to reinvest one.
Yeah, free up.
She's going to get it as well. Look, they're all over a secret.
Nice, you take that every day for Team France. Team Poland, that's good to see that they're already kind of responding and kind to what France are putting through. First round comes through, a lot of celebrations. I've really enjoyed how vocal all the teams have been here.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun because it's almost like they're feeding off each other's energy as well.
Yeah.
And it's a separate competition as well as a Counter-Strike of just who can be the most loud.
I think South Africa won that competition.
Yeah, no, Avo definitely won that. Here we go again then, but this time a variation.
I think Molly was thrown to disrupt the smoke.
Oh, perfect.
Letty should be able to calm that this hasn't gone down yet. They're going to just throw one by hand.
Emerald this time, it's not Rachel, it's a completely different player here for Team France. Make their way across, close to the smokes, but again, Lena's made the same play.
She's managed to get down twice in a row. How has she gotten away with this? So you're just running back the same round. The difference is you do have Letty in lobby, so it's slightly different. Surely you can't just repeat the exact same success.
No, if it ain't broke, look, you got to remember that they don't know that they're down here. K-Day has actually moved forward on a closer time in. Oh, but she moves off the line, and Lena is already on the right-hand side of control. You're going to know this as soon as the windows are broken. It's going to be the same util set. It's going to be the same result, maybe.
It's the same setup, except it's a different player now. Emerald instead of Rachel. Rachel went 1-for-1. K-Day goes back through the smoke, so instead she goes active around the right-hand side. Does find the kill this time, and Emerald was able to go undetected. Julie deals with the lurk. Lena looking to punish. The swing through from Rachel is perfection. Everyone's down on B though. I think that's been calmed across because Angelica just runs up towards A.
Yeah, bomb plant is a nice consolation prize here. And to be honest, I know Letty is there to sort of stave off these lobby rotates, put a little bit of pressure there if Team France wants to go into it. But if she was down on B, I think those trades get more favourable. Angelica, 38 points of help already, being held by Julie. Can't get past the first defender. Team France will answer back immediately.
Yeah, they try and run it back with a slight variation, and it's not the same result. France at least able to respond to what Poland did to them round before. It's a very similar response with some slight variations. Kade realizes that where she got punished last time, she can avoid that, focus on the door angle, able to remove Viku. And her being alive is then a massive distraction to allow Emerald to stay alive for a little bit longer, and then Rachel to push through. All playing off each other's contact perfectly.
There's still things to consider here, though, if you're Team Poland, and I think this is why this is a good break point for Alsace just to take a timeout, right? Because in essence, they don't know that Lena's got down the vent. That's the key consideration here. You're completely unaware that this keeps happening, so you can, in essence, just put her down there, and then you can see what happens a little bit later on. Maybe you can have some more players in towards lobby. I like the idea of them crossing very close to these smokes to try and get hankering towards back garage and top heaven.
So we might get a little bit more of a fight outside this time. Two players move forward. Hanka sees the flashbang come over in that deep smoke, so she knows something's up. Rachel and Julie both taking forward positions. K&A fires one off through the smoke. Lena not getting down the vent this time.
Oh, Rachel needs to be ready. Timing will not favour her. Hanka, that's messy, but Julie will at least trade. And now you take a look at this in A. There's 3 players that were there, and as a consolation, look, ramp's completely open. Viku's dealt with K-A-Day. Poland are on B.
Yeah, big kill for Viku. That's actually massive. Oh, and that's even bigger for Angelika. Emerald was the first responder. Viku's still towards ramp, holding for Astra. Does a lot of damage. That'll be calmed over, so Julie needs to be the hero, not ready for that swing out from Letty.
And Astra just can't go for this whatsoever. I'm really enjoying this out of Team Poland, but I've got to say, I'm not sure what these setups are looking like for Team France, because Team Poland have already got a read of it, obviously, but this is now like every single round, they've identified the gap and they found it. But I'm not really sure what the activation point is for that gap.
Yeah, they just know how to get down B each time. Now it's just some favourable fights and stuff for France, with KD getting that pick at door and the outside fight going 1-for-1.
Still haven't seen just that. If you think about it, Team France have only ever seen Poland outside or on B.
Yeah.
They haven't seen them ramp. They've not seen them in lobby really, apart from that one round with Netty. They've not seen them fight A.
It's crazy, isn't it? Julie has been spammed down incredibly low. Hanker is outside again with those smokes. Scary position for Julie to be in.
To account for this, so Team France got 3 players on A. They're consistently starting 1 player down secret every single round. So again, there is space. The gap for Hanka would be towards back garage. Instead, she just waits to see if there's a push. Rachel will not give this to her.
Yeah, she's going to sit there. I don't anticipate she's going to push any further, though. I think she'll be the late activation. We'll see what happens. It is going to be towards ramp that the T's start to move forward. There's a player tucked in towards back red. Astra and Hell as well, so a decent little setup. Astra can go off the contact of Emerald, who finds success, but then both trade it out. Now, if you go down to B, you're in danger. There are 2 CTs here. Do they realize this side is stacked? Well, they'll find Rachel here. Are you ready for more? K&A is dropped.
It's a bit loud.
Very loud, but can't be found. 1 on 3. Lena, a great headshot.
Yeah, I tell you what, you feel like it would be thrown into the 1v1 there because Lena's 4 HP, but she just snaps K&A's neck in half. Decisive play again from Team Poland. Hanky gets the space, she's in towards Secret. We know that Team France love to rotate, so it's just a simple pop. They go with the utility. It's an uncharacteristic whiff from Astra as well.
Yeah, I felt like that was a really good opportunity for her. Playing off Emerald's contact.
They worked so hard for this though, Poland. This is 3 rounds out of the last 4. Finally, the economy starts to buckle a little bit for Team France. Julie gets close in the smoke again. Goes nose to nose with Hanka. Julie keeps on pushing. It is just a USP, but if she walks behind them, it could be quite scary.
Well, the crunch comes through in the meanwhile. Lena will take down 2 before she falls. There's Julie. With the USP, there's no danger. Rachel picks up the AK and actually moves down to B. Can she do something here?
Yeah, they can line up. Oh, door's open when she's not ready. She was ready to go, and then Team Poland just opened the door in her face.
Yeah, lucky.
It's quite funny actually, because Julie's the player that's last alive. She was the one that sort of sprayed at Angelica a little bit, and then they both just nodded their heads in agreement and ran off.
Yeah, we'll leave this engagement for later. And she's great from the Polish cap. Now it's time for France to call the timeout.
Got to bear in mind that this is round 9 out of 12. We've not seen a single one of these upper hits.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? We're due one.
It's a pocket strike that you can pull out, and to be honest with you, this could be a really good break point to do it, because Team France calling the timeout, they're trying to react to all this outside control, they're trying to react towards ramp. You could just smash them on it.
Yeah, it feels like a good call to make. We'll see.
You got to remember as well, like the last few rounds as well, not that Team Poland know this, but Team France have had 3 players on A the entire time, and they've received nothing.
It's crazy. It's been this, like, player in towards door, like, that's the only contact they've ever gotten. Will they set up for an A hit? Will it be back to regular programming? Hanka's gone outside.
I mean, if it ain't broke, don't need to try and fix it.
Again, Rachel's that secret.
And KOD lacks an AWP.
And this time, it's the regular cross smokes, and they don't go down
So
there.
they're going to go in towards main. They're going to split A. So, okay, it's the same, but a little bit different. KOD's rotated up, but Letty gets the opening kill, and Hanka keeps following up. KOD wanted to help out her teammates, and suddenly they're all dead.
What a sick call. Not just a straight A hit, but the variation. They still throw the outside smoke so that Rachel continues her commitment down secret, and so that threat is still there. And then they just wrap.
It's awesome. It's brilliant because, again, this makes you feel like you're completely out of control if you're Team France, because you've taken this time out, you've been consistently anticipating this A hit that hasn't come in, you keep starting players in secret, you've had free A, it's not working, let's adjust. And the moment you adjust is the moment they strike.
Beautiful Counter-Strike. This is the sort of Counter-Strike we expected to see first Team Sweden, I feel.
Yes, yeah, 100 million%.
But Giuliano was being very disruptive.
That whole team was. M-San, unbelievable.
And I think this is actually maybe a criticism of Team France in that we mentioned this earlier in the series, right? In the last series we covered off them, where we expect this team to be the team that creates the chaos and kind of thrives in it, but it feels when things don't go right, they fall back to a very reactive, passive setup. And that's exactly what Poland wants.
Yeah, of course. Could come and react to our utility, because on the base of it, their fundamentals are far superior. That's just the reality of it. It's a mix versus an old team. Doesn't matter if they're old or not, they were still a team. We practice day in, day out for hours on end. That doesn't just go away, that doesn't disappear.
Looking like they want to push through hard. Try and get active with the lesser weaponry. 4 is close by. And you can see Poland are anticipating something like this.
You know the money's bad. You know the money is not in a good way.
Will you throw a molly in here? That would be really nice.
They're trying to contact through door. They're anticipating someone's push through squeaky. It doesn't happen. Instead, they're going to creep forward. Now they're loud with the molly in towards second vent. Still got the option to drop if they want to, but KOD close to the main smoke. You've also got this push and wrap round in towards the hut. Players got to be careful, but Viku turns on a dime. Hanka deals with everything, and suddenly it's orange paint on blue in the feed. It's Team Poland with a 6th.
That's one of those rounds that when you're watching it play out, you're seeing that smoke, you're seeing all of these bodies near each other through smokes, you're seeing that push through HUD, and you can see that this round just hinges on the timings on who catches who.
It's like Jaws music, right?
Yeah, it could have been anyone's round. If Team France had got through Door and caught Viku, completely different scenario. But she snaps back, deals with that push, catches K&A.
Yeah.
6 T-side round.
5 in a row as well. You got to bear in mind this was a 4-1 start for Team France and Team Poland. They got a few rounds in a row and they've not looked back. K&A, this is the first time I think in all of this spell for Team Poland where she's actually had an AWP to try and react to this. The last time she had an AWP was the round that she delayed her push in towards ramp, was able to get the kill in towards control and stayed alive to get Emerald a success story.
And few and far between these last sequence of rounds. So we'll see it back out. Alright, fist bumps.
You speak about disruption as well. You speak about that for Team France. Let's just get it at the bare bones level as well, right? Where's your nades to just break the outside smokes to information?
Yeah.
Where's the flashbang play for someone close red? Or if you're starting down secret, why don't we go all the way to secret? Like, there's a number of ways you could probably try and mitigate this.
This is what we said to Sweden, like, why aren't you fighting Poland outside?
Exactly.
We did see it one round here, right, where they did get aggressive with Rachel, who got caught by Hank, and Julie was there for the trade. But that was the only time we've really seen the strong contest. Even the AWP looking over the top of the smoke.
Well, there she is now. She's outside. That's your difference.
Julie gets up close. Oh, Rachel. She was spotted, surely?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, flash as well. That little gap. She was seen.
And you hear the USP.
Maybe that's why you don't take the fight to them. Julie looking to get the best of Lena. Astra by her side. That's 2 players spotted.
And now you just go. You just accelerate because you've got that space. You heard the ult fire off as well. More often than not, in fact, 10 times out of 10, France have always had a player down here. So you have to be diligent with your clears.
Yeah, Emerald is here.
Or if they go single, they completely ignore her.
It's true, actually.
The K&A has rotated in with the ult.
Smoke 2, and Letty catches the Astra on that lurk outside.
And this will delay Julie because she's the one that's outside. Bomb down, can't be denied.
Katie sounds off her AWP. Emerald is still tucked here, expecting a push. Oh, she's gonna get it. No? Okay, she's gonna get it. No? Yes? Okay, finally. So patient, eventually rewarded. That could be a big kill because low HP on Letty. In fact, no HP on Letty. Emerald finds her second. Angelka could be in a tough spot if that door opens. And it will. Oh no, that one's awkward. She can just back on the Julie though. An instant headshot, Viku from backside, and Angelka closes.
Yeah, I tell you what, Viku does everything there. The adjustment from Angelka, sure, a few bullets go by the wayside, but the snap back onto low HP player, Viku takes that opportunity to swing on the contact to deal with K&A. And from a 3v2, it becomes a 1v2 and becomes nearly impossible.
Yeah, she's like, oh, okay, that spray got a little wild.
Not even close.
But a really nice snapback onto Julie. NT from Emerald. Played that patience play perfectly. Even got the second kill too. These crucial rounds that Poland are pulling away. They're looking in grand final form, aren't they?
They are. We saw flashes out of it from Team France against Team Portugal. Team Poland are channeling all of their energy. You've got to remember as well, this is, sure, T-side nuke, but this is T-side nuke that's incredibly dynamic. This is T-side nuke without a VQ AWP. That's not even entered the conversation yet, and there's so many rounds ahead.
Yeah, it's crazy it's not come out at all, right? Because she was that one-woman wrecking machine in any series.
Doesn't need to. When you're sort of enforcing these plays, and I guess lessons learned as well from the Team Sweden game where they weren't fighting outside here. VQ doesn't become redundant, but it feels like she's got limited options there at that point. If no one's giving her a fight towards Silo, if no one's giving her a fight by Garrett, she has to go and hold ramp, and that's it.
Well, at least you know she'll be very prolific on that CT side for sure. continues to prioritize hers, so that'll be in the feed. Oh yeah, okay, we do get the ult for VQ. Is this the first VQ ult?
First or second?
Very early. Very late, sorry.
Yeah, last round of the first half. France need this round. They need a fifth, and that starts off much better for them. KD peeking ahead of the utility, dealing with Hanka early.
VQ looks to try and get one back over the top. Can't see anyone. KD on this rotation, the ramp. Joker sees the flames go forward. KD taking this one into her own hands.
And that's why we asked for it. That is why we asked for it, because she can do that. And then Rachel, first time we've seen anyone get aggressive from Team France in towards the secret stairs. Angelka looking to clear. Emerald is on a horrific off angle. Angelka, this adjustment has to be pristine, or she can just shoulder peek it.
Yeah, it is Angelka, and it is VQ. VQ is going to catch this surely, yeah.
You know that's the
Kate
bomb.
is pushing, Kate is pushing. Does she push around this corner? No! She anticipates Angelka comes back.
And Astra's just heard the scope as well. Confirms that VQ is in towards main. And this position from Julie should be everything. Oh, there it is. If it's not Julie, it's Astra. And it is France with that fifth.
Something to work with. 5 CT rounds, though, with the pistol included amongst that. This is Poland's half for sure. Mr. Round. What will the T side of Team France have to show? I imagine we might see more emphasis on the A side. I'm still shocked that we really didn't see Poland go there at all.
No, that is true. I think, look, to be honest, I think this T side will be better for Team France. They've got a lot more of like headstrong players that will want to have these fights. Their trade spacing is some of the best we've had at the event. So I expect this to go a little bit better for them. Lena with the dual Berettas gets up close in towards ramp, and currently that's where the bomb is.
I think KD was given like the PG-50 outside play and got picked immediately by VQ.
And that means that your ramp setup just doesn't need to move, right? Your player with the dual Berettas can sit here. You've also got dualies on Hanka in towards top hut. This will be the commitment, and Letty trying to bait for Lena, or maybe he just needs to bait it all. One headshot on Rachel, Lena around the corner, but can't find anything.
That was the freebie. The bomb can't go down. Going back to A is the only option. Hanka takes space in towards door. Oh, spotted Julie, ready for that push. It's now 2-on-3. France still definitely have a good chance here.
All you need to do, if you're Team Poland now, which they will know, is just not to push. You can still retake A if you want to. VQ never needs to reveal herself from heaven. You've got a fast vent rotate. If they go back towards ramp, you still got a fast ramp rotate. VQ is the pillar of consistency here, and France have got 35 seconds to make a decision. It will be ramp. Letty will see this contact and just leave.
Nicely done. Joker down towards single. 20 seconds, it has to be down here. They need to find this first kill cleanly. That's the way in. Letty fires off shots. Time's going to be a problem, and Joker from door activates. Astra needs to get the bomb down. She'll find a bit of a gap to do it. So at the very least, that's a win for her. But now, pressure from both sides. In each of the doorways. Oh, in one doorway. And Joker's down, but VQ finds that final shot.
They give her the respect, and that's because VQ's not in position. And of course, you're going to respect your teammates, aren't you? Astra makes it complicated, but VQ makes it look easy. Team Poland will win that pistol. Really good macro there, just in the mid-round, just to make sure that they don't let anything slip. Everyone was patient, everyone was calm. Bomb down will incentivize a force.
We'll see what they can do with it. Astra gets the AK, bomb plant, and a couple of kills, give that extra money. Julie keeps spare change for a future AWP. Hanka up on top, but not super on top. Oh, fast! Very fast, but quickly dealt with.
Angelica had no idea what was going on. It wasn't even her that got the kill. She got bailed out by her teammates.
Attempt to get a player out to be disruptive. Doesn't quite work out. Door closing door duty for Angelica.
Still got this double ramp set up employed as well. Lena can be up close. VQ can just take the contact and fall off. There's so many of these baits and switches going on so early into the second half of Poland.
What do Team France do? They have no utility. Nothing at all. Whatever they do has to come purely off contact.
Look outside.
Yeah, I guess Asher with the AK. Use that long range. See if you can get across. Can you get past Hanka? She is the only one out here. Oh, this angle is deadly. Asher. Oh, I was thinking that maybe someone could be there. Hanka does the damage, stays alive. They call that box indestructible for a reason. Oh, but over the top there's a gap. Rachel trying to just dart around. Support comes through. This is a wacky races kind of fight. But again, time is going to be a big issue here for Team France. We hit that 20-second mark. The only option is down.
Or up. Oh, I'll tell you what, VQ's 1 HP. That could be the way in.
Bombs on B. No one's down there.
Rachel's done enough.
Look at the HP.
This is winnable.
It's going to have to be Julie. Oh, that's big. That's big. Julie with the Tech 9, 1 versus 4.
Still winnable.
Still winnable. But they got the kit. They tap the bomb just to see if they can bait out her position. There she is, and it's Letty who will find her. A quad kill from Letty, in fact. The 4 spy will get a bomb plant, but you can see how close they came to those kills.
Absolutely typical, isn't it? The one player you run into is the only one with health.
Yeah. Just need to find one of them. Maybe there's a way.
Unlucky, but that's an example of France creating and weaving chaos. Rachel just denying it and wasting so much time to be able to get the bomb down. That's a victory in itself, but that was the 4 spy. So they're going to half measure again. But Team Poland have got the chance to double their opponent's lead.
For the fast peek. One's in towards main. It's going to be a hunt and search with the Desert Eagles. See if anyone's going to overextend. A little spray to maybe see if someone will swing off it.
It's for good luck.
Yeah.
Hanka loves this angle where she just jumps on top of credit card.
It's not one you see that much, to be honest. I mean, it's very exposed, but pretty decent against pistols. You know, also up on high, again, a tough position to clear. You're not pre-aiming it. Swing for Julie. Yeah, Lena thinks better of sticking around. That's a support of BQ. It is outside that the rest of the French try and strike. Angelica ready for this push through. Clean up. Julie will find one at the end, but that is it.
They know how much that means as well. Genuinely, just for this series, the fact that they are able to do that in a clean manner, they preserve all of their economy, they don't allow the bomb to go down either. Sure, this was going to be a buy, but how many times this event in particular, how many times have Team Poland suffered and lost? Think back to the semi-finals against USA, how many times they got eco'd on Anubis? It was 3 times in one map. So for them, this round victory feels just as important as the rest.
Finally, France get 5 AKs. But now there's an AWP you have to contend with. There's the boost on the smoke. We were hoping the Team France would pull out. Rachel peeks in the tail end of when it goes back in every time.
Just knows it. Lena still rocking the MP9 in ramp.
Yeah, Asher can really be a threat. Let's move forward. Up. Just holding a passive line in case they start to extend, but it means there's a lot of real estate here. And Astra is happy to take any space she can find, yeah. Just walks through. BQ will rotate with the AWP, but the Molotov keeps her at bay.
This isn't the end goal. You still got to think that the bomb all the way outside. Letty is taking a risk, but Julie spotted her. And now Letty's play needs to be hurried up. She's being pinched in from all these different angles. Angelica trying to provide some breathing room, but Emerald is here at ramp.
Players everywhere there. The push into lobby was the right read, it felt in that moment. But Julie sees it all. Viku doesn't get a chance to keep that orb.
And Rachel will take it. Fist bumps have to wait, because KLA needs her sniper. Fun round out of France. That's just a case of Lena not having the best weapon, playing a passive line, trying to play really safe so Viku can come in and help out at ramp, but Astra sees the edge, takes it. Gives France a much needed sigh of relief, finally, around here on the T side.
Letty's just on a deagle. Hanka started somewhere different this time though, tucked into secret. Rachel looks to be active outside, but nowhere near as prolific as Hanka was. An exchange of smokes in the doorway. Viku's orb in ramp. This is where they tried to punish last time. Will Astra attempt just to walk on this again?
It'd be a bad idea if she does. Kaede, meanwhile, she's gone on a little expedition of her own. Scoped in. Audio not heard. Rachel gets close to main, but it's Hanka in secret this time. And Lena jiggling every now and then, and that is to bait in Hanka.
And info is everything.
That's the bomb as well. She's molly, she's spanned, but she survives and she's still finding success. That is ridiculous from Hanka.
Just calls for that flash. As soon as it pops, that's when she swings. She eats the molly. Almost takes out another on Decade. Astra can still be the fly in the ointment. Viku's aware, but Astra's ahead of it. Now Kade's incredibly low, and Lena, oh, that's a bit of a missed opportunity.
Letty's only on a deagle.
What's the bomb in all of this?
Never
Letty's
mind.
only on a deagle, yeah. Sure thing. Only on a what?
Only on a deagle.
Got an orb now.
Yeah.
Here you go, Viku.
Thanks, Letty. Nice shot. Let's get a bit dangerous, really cool in the 2v2, just immediately prioritising that they need to take space. They know Heaven's the gap. If the player's out Heaven, the bomb was also dropped secret, it means they're going to link up, they have to go in towards main, so double squeaky's the correct call. 2 steps away from taking their map pick, drawing first blood in this grand final, our team Poland.
Julie gets down
They
loudly
know
and
she's
with low
there.
HP.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, okay, well, I'm down here. I guess I just hang out and hope that just being here is enough.
Oh.
Oh,
Spotted. Emerald was over at Silo and just deals with Handcat. They take the space. Angelica now knows that they've not crossed in towards Garage. They have to be down secret if anything, so VQ can remain. You've got to remember that player was still down the vents.
Vicky left. She fell all the way back to ramp. She needs someone to come through and take ramp so that she can focus on B. They're just going to walk in.
Is she breaking any of the windows? Is there going to be any sound cues here for them to get there? Team Poland are completely in the dark.
They're making the read this is going to go back to A.
They might be right.
They hold their ground. The bomb is at secret.
What's interesting as well is, look, you didn't give Julie any way to silently sneak through. Also, she's been down there about a minute.
This is still going to be lower. Like, that's just the situation. Oh my god, Astra doesn't peek around that corner.
If Astra walks in towards Hut here and gets a kill, that keeps everyone on A.
Yeah, that would win the round, I think. Round already looks pretty good with this position you have. You don't have utility. You find a shot. Astra is found. That does change affairs. Bomb to be planted. Remember, Julie's low and there's no util.
And there's an awful lot of utility here for Poland as well. Everyone starts to group in. It's going to be another one of these 4-player retakes in towards ramp. Kaede has got to hit some blinders. VQ about to peek on the angle. Can that gun barrel be spotted? Not quite. But she's still holding the angle. Missed shot. And in the meantime, Lena finds one as well.
Oh, another missed opportunity. Kaede's going to have nightmares about that one. That was the chance. Leads it to Emerald. Deagle in hand. Making it interesting. Remember, Lena's low. Okay. It's Viku's pistol that prevails.
If you throw enough bodies at it, it'll be okay.
Pulling onto map point.
They're creating a wall just to make sure that defuse can get over the line. So many chances for KNA to split the difference and split up that defense, make it one-dimensional, coming out for that right side of ramp. But the players on site don't find anything either. So it's a shared responsibility of failure there for Team France. Team Poland have got so many more chances, and they're only working with Galil's here, the T side.
Astra getting caught as well was a big move that set Poland up for that. Didn't have to worry about that lurk. A group up at ramp. Lena is present and aware of the possibility KD just sits on the edge. All the timing on it, it's just she falls down. She served to adjust for one. Good damage on the KD. Two players go ramp, two outside.
Yeah, and that was the fun side quest for Team France of where's Hanker outside this time?
Back garage is the answer. BQ's down on B with the AWP. There are two players on B.
Yeah, Letty's solo right now in towards A.
Okay, Hanker starts to move back over to make sure they can't come hell.
That should promote this rotation for Angelika to come up the vent.
Yeah,
And she did and got dinked.
By a teammate. Through the door, KD drive-by onto Letty. Hanker can come back up through the heaven. Angelika is still present in hut. They're looking for the right timing to swing in tandem. But already the bomb's starting to be planted in front. The swing comes out, bomb still goes down, can't be denied. From the top though comes Hanker. Viku gets caught in the doorway. It's on to Hanker, 1 versus 2. Knows exactly where both these players are. Julie, piece forward, Hanker forced forward by the flames. And Julie just runs away. Here's her charging in. This reposition from both of them. Oh my god, there's no way she can just stick this. No, there isn't. Not on Rachel's watch.
Fun idea though, right? Because you run, you know Julie's going to also run away because it's a 2v1. You don't want to give over that individual fight. But you push her all the way back, you then, again, just stick the bomb. If Rachel comes through Squeaky, she has to open the door to give up the audio cue. But doesn't matter, Hanker full commits to it. France can breathe a sigh of relief. Money's not in the greatest state of affairs either for the CT side.
Terrible state, it's going to be safe. 1900 last year, you get something into next round. France can start to make this more respectable. Emerald's still just using a deagle. I feel like she always draws the short end. Rachel, just drop her something. Give her a Galil. A Mach 10 to farm up against some of these ecos.
Have a deagle.
What's going on here?
If you lose, you're done. So you might as well give her something.
Yeah, right.
Anything.
I don't doubt her proficiency with it. Let's see outside. Anchor walks through. Can she catch someone off guard? There is a scout. It's kind of interesting, but Viki's not been able to tag anyone just yet.
Luna's got Zeus, I think.
Okay, ah!
Knife.
Oh!
Well, that's why she bought the deagle. NT. Hanker, there was an option there for potential greatness. It's Letty with just a deagle. This time she doesn't find anything. Lena will at least trade on the USP. 4 versus 2. Should now be able to reach its rightful conclusion. VQ with the scout though is quite dangerous, but Rachel is just hunting and hounding her down. This fight feels like it's going on forever, but finally Rachel will get the best of her.
Excuse me, VQ. Oh, I can't believe that Anchor gets caught there just as she gets into the position to get the kill. Didn't want to fire immediately because you know you need the double dink. We'll see that 8th on the board. Angelika looks to see if someone escapes through here. Oh yeah, Zeus, okay.
On the orb. No.
Yeah, Kate is coming. She's coming. Oh, it's close to the angle. Zeus, onto the orb, picked up, but will be taken down.
To the chin. It's the small victories, and Julie dies to the bomb as well, so sure, you don't have to rebuy the AWP, but you still have to repurchase something. If you break this down, actually, it is 2 full gun rounds that Team France need to win, in theory, if they want to force overtime. And they'll also be AWPless.
Yeah, no AWP here. We do have leader on MP9. Anka looks to start secret. Gonna hightail it there at the start. And with a slower round from France, there's plenty of time to get there. In fact, she's just gonna sit down lower with the outside smokes. Doesn't want to get too far forward. But this looks like an upper hit.
Yeah. KLA's just dropping all the utility with this AWP. One time smoke, but they're going to disrespect it. Through they go. Letty in the corner, overwhelmed. Next player in heaven, one backside, but Viku and Angelka hold on for at least a little bit. Lena starts her rotate on towards main. Viku is still alive and getting kills in heaven.
That's unbelievable she gets that kill there onto Astra. Everyone was looking at her position. Julie wants to bait in this peek out. But Viku knows this isn't the commitment. Where are these players gone? In fact, France decide they're going to leave the bomb site. They feel very exposed.
You still got Hanka in the secret. They just wanted to check that there wasn't a push in towards lobby at all. One from outside, one from ramp. They said it's main that they should be worried about. Lena has left ramp, gone all the way through in towards main.
Fake out on the footstep there. KD tries to make it seem like they're going towards ramp, see if they can pull that heaven rotator away, and to be fair, it's worked. Lena needs to not peek this because KD is currently looking directly at that angle. Will this AWP gun be spotted? Hanka has a look. Julie will go for the bomb plant. This fight event could be everything. KD swings. Okay, now they've got all the information. 3 players look to isolate KD. That's the first objective. Julie, though, runs through Viku, hears her coming, and you know exactly where KD was. Poland take map 1 in the grand final.
Yeah, I'll tell you what though, France made that really competitive and actually spurred them on for the rest of the series. But Poland, they were in control right from round 1. It was a slow start for them, but as soon as the guns came out, it was unbelievable. So much outside control. Lena on ramp keeps rotating and doing absolutely everything for her team. And Viku in that round up heaven. How?
Huge impact from VQ in that round. That was a brilliant showing on map 1. We knew Nuke would be a strong pick for them coming into this against the France. It hasn't been tested on it, but much more convincing than the outing versus Sweden. That's the key thing. This looked like the old Na'Vi.
And that's a scary thing to face. The old Na'Vi right in a grand final when you're representing your country. It doesn't get much trickier than that, but you think about the journey that Team France have been on throughout all of this though, how many different countries they have gone on their conquest to in the grand final. They took down Sweden, they took down Denmark. The road to the finals has been incredibly tricky for them. They are not out of the woods yet, Team Poland.
No, that was Navi's, Team Poland's map pick, and a specialist one for them. We know that they go into this because they know in this sort of event they can use that to their advantage. Still have Anubis coming up next, right? That's the pick of France. I expect we'll still get a pretty strong fight from Team Poland on this, but I think Team France have really shown some good stuff on it in the past, so still not over yet. Let's hear what the desk has to say about that first map.
A clinical showing from Poland as they claim their map pick in Nuke. We said before this series, Hawker, slick, simple Counter-Strike was going to be the answer for Poland, and that's exactly what we got on Nuke.
Yeah, listen, Alan, I'm going to say it. They won that map because they listened to me. They won that map because they listened to me on the... Okay, obviously not, but it is what we wanted to see from Poland, was just more simple and less overthinking Counter-Strike. And on that T side, so many rounds where they just said, let's go down secret, let's see what France's response is. And France's response is that they had players rotating, but they didn't have enough of an answer and enough of that chemistry built up to really be able to deal with that. They'd either have to try and retake the B site in uncomfortable situations or just lose it way too early. So all in all, yeah, definitely a map where Poland kind of showed that they'd learned from their mistakes perhaps earlier in the tournament. And, you know, obviously as a Brit, I have to do everything I can to make sure the French lose. So there we go.
Job done.
But seriously, impressive from Poland to realize that mid-tournament and definitely good to see that they've clearly learned from those earlier games.
Yep, this is what we said pretty much immediately after the Sweden game, that, again, you can't really doubt yourself. You are the best nuke team here. kind of just go with what you think is right. And again, they did this so much better because again, we saw versus Sweden. Yeah, there was a response, but Poland kind of just disregarded what was going on around them. In this instance, took that to heart, made the proper adjustments, and got, obviously, again, a very respectable T side, 7 rounds for themselves. And that's with losing the pistol as well. So we're talking 7 gun rounds, and that makes it all the more impressive from the side of Poland. And at that point, yeah, you could say that it was somewhat competitive, but it felt like this was going to be in the bag for Poland from that point on.
Yeah, France's T side maybe had a little more juice than I was expecting, but it didn't really matter because it was already gone by that point, and Poland were generally just going to close that out. I also think impressive to me that this is a map where I wouldn't say we saw that many massive individual moments from Poland because they didn't need them. I actually think some of the players weren't exactly like aim-wise looking as good as I would have thought. I think Hank had a couple of moments where I was like, oh, that's looking a bit shaky, but it didn't matter because they were just putting themselves in such great positions in the first place. And I think that's a big credit here to Team Poland. They made sure that this map wasn't about who can out-aim who can out-duel who. A lot of the times it was about who's getting into the better positions as a team. And that's what Poland want to use to their advantage, and that's what they did use to their advantage on the map where team play is most important.
And of course, a fear for us coming into this grand final was that we've seen Poland under pressure. They make mistakes, there's some cracks. This looked so composed. This is what they look like in the group stage. You wouldn't believe it on a grand final front at the moment.
Yeah, no, again, this is day one Poland. This is, again, the top of the skills league that we've seen of them so far, and that's where we want to see them the entire time. Obviously, they're going to go into a more challenging map for them, or a map where they're not as likely to have as much of an advantage as they would have on Nuke. So we'll see how that kind of develops, obviously, as the final goes on. But this is a well-drilled Polish team that just plays well. Again, like I said, it wasn't necessarily the massive individual performances that led Poland to win here on Nuke. It was the team effort, and that's what we've always kind of looked for with Poland. They're the ones who are meant to have the best team play, the best teamwork, the most synergy, the most protocols in order. And as a result, that's what's going to lead them to victory. So I think that's going to be helpful for them going into Anubis as well.
Yeah, I also do think, though, that's why they can't assume that this series is done, because now going into these further maps, we are going to see more opportunities for France's individuals to show what they're capable of. And I didn't see anything that was bad from France individually on that map. I think that individuals looked good enough when they were getting good fights. I just think a big problem was Astra, for me, is a master of the mid-round. That's where she is so good at making decisions, always knows where to go. There weren't really those opportunities for her, that she didn't get the chance to make those decisions that would have allowed her to have a real carry performance. That should be a completely different story on the next map. So it's a good win from Poland, smart pick, but do not count France out of this whatsoever.
So how are we going to frame this transition now from Nuke to Anubis for France? Is we expecting Anubis to be more comfortable than them to have more options? Nuke, not to say it looked terrible, but up against a team of the class of Poland, they were clearly outclassed. Do we expect a bit of a role reversal on Anubis?
Yeah, I think comfort levels are going to be at an all-time high, to put it that way, for France. I think this is where they kind of can afford to let themselves loose. The map allows for it. It just suits their playstyle better from what we've seen so far. To be able to kind of like go for free roamings and probably get more for it than what you would on Nuke. Like, you're not going to be as limited in terms of what your options are. So I think that's going to be a big plus on the side of France. And yeah, they've been playing Anubis a whole lot more than they've been playing Nuke so far this tournament. So I think it goes without saying that the French leagues should be a whole lot more ready to battle back.
Yeah, they'll get that aggression going, and it's actually one of those first maps in a series where it doesn't really change my opinion of the series too much.
I'd agree.
Kind of what I was expecting. I think France didn't show us anything that was too bad individually, and I think that we should see them come back here and get that aggression going, make sure that there are more moments where Astra can strike, and really, if anything, Poland, for me, I wouldn't say they underperformed massively individually, but I didn't see those star moments, partly because I didn't need to see them, but partly because I don't actually think their aim was that sharp on some of their stars here. So if that were to continue, I think France have got a very good chance of taking this to a third.
So for the Poland side of things going into this map too, they've kind of got a free hand going into Anubis.
Yep.
What is the move? Is it time to unleash as individuals, presumably a T-side start as well? We know someone like Hanker is in fine form in this grand final. Surely this is the time to let them off the chain a little bit.
You say that, but we've seen a lot of like people off the chain on Anubis so far. I kind of want to say that concerted team effort.
Okay.
Because now we're actually going to have the opportunity to see it. We've seen a lot of, actually, we've not seen a lot of executes really when it comes to Anubis. I kind of want to see that this is where Poland should have an upper hand on everyone else. You should be well drilled. You should have your runs. You should have kind of like the layers of utility and everything like that set already for these maps. Utilize it to your advantage. You know your run paths. Like you know where to go, who's going where, who's covering for what to do in after plans to a much better degree than the other teams. Make the most out of it here. Don't necessarily let this get into a bit of a chaotic affair where the French players can basically rely on their individual skill and prowess and win out and create advantages in that sense. Play team versus team Counter-Strike because that's what you're better than the Frenchies at.
See, there's a difference between me and Vendetta. He's the refined gentleman, okay? He wants everything
you
to
just
be
want to
right.
brawl.
Yeah, I kind of want the brawl, man. I kind of want the brawl. I just feel like Poland's players can show a little more than I've seen from them this tournament. And I kind of almost feel like they could come into this map and just say, yeah, this is actually one where we're maybe not expected to win, but we could just make some crazy plays. Realistically, the balance is always what you want, right?
Yeah.
You want a few of those moments just to keep your opponents honest, but you are right in that, especially some of those set executes should be really solid. So hopefully they can come in with
Yeah,
this.
I think to your point, basically, if we end up in a situation where Poland are struggling to kind of find their footing, especially on the T side,
Right.
that's when you need to kind of, let people loose. Be like, Hank, do you have like an inkling? Do you have a gut feeling as to, like, do you think you could just kind of like walk in towards A, take that duel, create an opening? Viku, can you do the same for you? If we're going to boost you in mid, do you think you can find something off of this? Like, just let them kind of get free reign because, again, like the strategies and the thoughts you have currently aren't working. Let the best players on your team kind of take charge and see what comes of that at the very least.
I suppose the problem with that, though, is even if that's what I want to see and instinctually I want them to go for, it doesn't seem like them as a team or them as players kind of always want to play that way. So if they're not going to be comfortable with it, if they kind of say, oh, I don't really know, then you can't really force them to play that way. So it really depends on basically what the Polish players are going to say and what they're going to feel. But I feel like they should have the ability to at least chuck a couple of those rounds in for sure.
So looking ahead to that T side, particularly on Anubis from Poland, are we looking for a slow default sort of execute style or decisive, aggressive, maybe even a bit contact heavy? I mean, playing with numbers, playing together, but still leading a bit on the individuals to get in some good fights.
I want to see the mix, right?
Yeah.
Again, I want to see you be able to basically, if you start off slow and methodical, that's great. Condition your opponent to believe that this is the only thing that's coming to you, and then you have contact plays to play, to do the work for you. All I want to see is basically well thought out rounds from Poland. Things that has been drilled, that you can tell has been thought about, and actually ran through, at some point. That's what I want to see from Poland because that's the biggest upper hand they have in this violence.
I also think the important thing is they have an understanding of what they want to do every round in that sense.
Yeah.
Because the worst thing they could do is group up early and just hesitate a little too long. Because we know this France team will push at some point. They will go aggressive. If you're going to play default, if you're going to let someone work somewhere on the map, make sure you've got everything covered. Make sure you've got a chance of trying to stop that France aggression and stop that France information. If you want to go for the set play, make sure once you group up, you do just commit. Because we have seen times where Poland would hesitate and that's when it's costing them.
Quick fire prediction, guys. Hawker first, 3 maps or not?
3 maps for me. I just think that France's individuals have shown me enough that they're going to be able to get into Poland's face, and I don't think Poland can deal with it on this map.
I actually believe Poland are going to shut down Astra. I think this is 2-0. I think Poland are going to be raising the trophy.
I'm feeling 3, but if Vendetta's right, this could be the last map of this grand final. Anubis to follow. Can Poland get this done in 2? Don't go anywhere.
Do or die here in this grand final now for Team France on their map pick. It looked like there were moments where they could have built into that nuke game, but Team Poland took it away from them. And now they are one map away from lifting the trophy.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to dissuade them too much if you're Team France. You kind of went into this series expecting that new pro to come through, knowing you're going to really struggle on it. I think you put a lot of your eggs into this Anubis basket and then the decider, right? That's what you're looking towards. It's going to be the full marathon if France want to take it. And I think Anubis is their best shot of actually getting to a third map.
Yeah, this is Astra's like best map. This is Astra's playground. She was dominated. She had 19 kills in the first half, but in that first semi-final, Kaede was looking sharp. But we're not even mentioning just sort of everyone else, right? I think Rachel can have a lot of impact on this map, on her day, and for Team Poland, VQ. That's one word, VQ.
Yeah, it felt like VQ was fairly quiet on that map until sort of towards the end where we got to see some really good stuff from her. I actually didn't see the ult from her a great deal, actually, which was quite surprising. She did most of her heavy lifting with the rifles, so we'll be keeping an eye on her throughout this one. Oh! Okay, yes, sorry. It is the map pick of France, so of course Poland are on the T side. So be very happy with that. A lot of utility for the CTs.
And none for the T side. It's the old Falcon strat. Final your Kevlar, sprinting down middle, and there's a complete collapse. Flashbang's great, but somehow no one's dying. Finally, someone will die, but it's Viku dealing with her own teammate, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't dissuade them. There's so many players rushing in, but Kaede and Emerald look to hold on, and now it only falls to Kaede.
Oh, they're split up. They're split up.
It's fine. They're back. It's okay.
Oh no, they both decided to go different directions. That's crazy. Hanka jumps across. Okay, you know where that last player was. Bomb goes down. Kaede has a kit and armor. Oh, she's very fast here. That was the chance.
Oh.
That was the chance. But the insta-goosh from Hanka. How do you find her? Oh, well, she can just swing. But there comes Viku from the side. Hanka finds 3. Poland get the pistol.
Viku gets one of their teammate.
Yeah. That flashbang worked in terms of did set up a kill.
It did. But Poland just being so direct. It gets a little bit scrappy towards the middle, but they get it together. And they lock it in. Full eco, another flashbanger obtained here. Just going to be a pop outside A main.
This has the potential to get interesting, doesn't it? When's the flash come? They were going to flash out, but they're already ahead of it. Flash will come, but it won't blind the close player. And there's just too many players.
Stuck in two minds there, I think. I actually really like the idea of having players just sort of take in a little bit of contact, and then Judy throws the flashbang from heaven. Oh, Nice try from Kaede. A dink, nearly $600 that would go towards the AWP.
Oh, I'd love to see Angelica fight up so much like that. Such a fire starter for this team. Gets me so excited to see the next land she's on as well.
Soon.
Soon.
Everyone here knows that.
Back 10s go down. Poland will revest rifles.
That is a hefty double nade setup.
Emerald is limping.
That's such a nice counter to the typical CT grenade through.
Yeah, we talk about kind of Astra. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
that's because we talk about Astra over at A main. You know how strong she's been for the French side. And I was gonna say, yeah, you gotta watch out for Hanka. I think she's probably one of the best A main T side defaulters we've got. She just gets spammed through the smoke.
Unlucky. Still plenty more rounds to play in this first half. It's still got the makings of a B execute written all over it. Pretty one-dimensional at the moment, and Joker is just taking her time. Letty is figuring out whether she wants to be boosted up.
Molly to Glyph would be deadly here. We'll let you throw it. Looks like it. Rachel gonna be on fire. Astra just spams one out though. A freebie for her. Rachel forced into an awkward spot, still able to get a kill before she's run down. Letty also finds another. Viku's incredibly low, so is Emerald.
Good reset from Astra. Doesn't need to take the fight. You still got the player advantage here for France. One flashbang on this retake. At least Emerald's got a kit.
They're just going to double up over towards main. Can play off each other. Viku to take first contact with the low HP, then Letty is there to close. And she'll be needed. No way Viku can deliver this all by herself. Gonna wait for that tap before she gets active. And in fact, doesn't come through. It's Astra that finds that kill. Should be aware of this possibility. They've looked into Darkseid. No one will swing out from Letty versus hers. Oh, look how close that was.
Well done from Astra. To be honest, not only just that kill, I mean, that saves the round, that locks it in for France, but her spam, rotating over from Temple, going towards Obelisk, and laying down lead through that smoke, completely delays Poland, and it means that the Angelka swing from Dark is delayed. That means the Molly's expired, and then they can swing on their own timing. They've got that space, they've got that wiggle room, just from that spam and that kill from Astra.
Yeah, beautiful stuff from Astra. Molotov in middle. They go both ways. Poland very set on taking this space. You can see they've got a player lurking over towards Rugs. This really has A written all over it. But through middle. However, there are a lot of players over this side. Julie's here for first contact. She'll actually just drop a disrupting smoke. I don't know if that will disrupt things. To commit around it. Look at the attention this has drawn. So much ire from the French. Great flash, but the utility backwards is even better. Nades do so much damage. Angelka's poking and prodding. Hanka needs to find this kill. She can't. Not expecting Emerald that close because Julie Arcade just been spotted.
They're still stuck in the choke point here. You got to get the bomb, and that's when Astra swings. 3 players set up. It's the utility. It's got them in a chokehold, and then the mid players can come in and help out.
After that double nade onto Emerald, and we then see that double nade in this round, eviscerating 2 players. They got demolished. It all hinged on Hanka, but there's no way she was anticipating Emerald to be there because you just seen KD jiggle and you just killed Julie.
More players, more problems. 2 rounds in a row, that's all it was. That's all that was needed to break this bank account. A round against Glocks is the reward. Julie will be hoping to farm up the cash. Instead, it's Kaede going for some swings and actually getting overwhelmed by the P250. Should still be fine. The bomb's completely on its own. That will draw rotates, but Rachel still knows that there's players in towards water and she sees the fallback.
Yeah, they're going to attempt to go into B, but I'm not anticipating too much.
Oh,
Ooh.
hang on.
No, it's fine. Rachel's still here. If you can get over, there's maybe a bomb plant though. That'd be pretty cool. No,
They could have been.
could have tried to jump, but yeah. Anka, goodbye. The French take the lead.
And now you get a chance to see Rachel roar. You spoke about Angelika getting loud. French have got that as well. K8 will get the sniper as well. VQ cannot afford one. It is just a Galil to accommodate all of the utility.
Yeah, they've been kept pretty limited here just throughout all of this T side. K8 has had, will have free reign. Hasn't got the best spawn, but it's one you potentially could start poking towards B main or maybe a double up in dark.
That seems like a pretty good break point whilst we've got a lull in the action to sort of remind you of the team that Team Poland is. Look, sure, that map pick was Nuke, but you got to remember when Anubis first came into the pool, who was the first team on the women's scene to fully adopt and embrace Anubis? It was Team Poland. It was this lineup.
Yeah, they were loving it. All right, fist bumps. Action will resume. And where's K8 going to go off to?
Maybe a water peak. Two players all getting really aggressive for the MP9. Julie just swings completely on contact, tries to be the element of surprise, but Hanka just deletes.
That's crazy. I don't think they needed to do that. Also, she didn't need to have an MP9.
Look at the gap this creates as well. Third player's immediately rotated over. A, vacant. Emerald steps in with the smoke in towards middle.
I think she had the spawn and just decided, I'm going to do this. I think that's one of those moments where a player's like, I want to make this play. Because I saw her sell a rifle and buy the MP9.
Just one of those. If you can catch the enemy by surprise and suddenly K8 can swing in towards dark, that's a potential for a 5 versus 3.
Can go either way. There's only one way for Poland. It's into A, and at the moment, very lightly defended, but K8 with that AWP is in camera. She has to worry about middle. Flashbang keeps her at bay, but she'll step in for a kill, and she wants more. A re-swing. There's no smoke on her position. The blow on that one doesn't quite work out for Emerald.
She's still alive, and also you've got this lurk. Look at Rachel already in the back line to A main. K8 just going through. Oh, she's trying to combat off, but Vika will deal with her. And with this push through mid, you now know that Rachel has to be in A main. This could still get dicey. Look at the HP, it's so low. And it's Rachel solo that keeps creeping all the way around to Fountain, but can't get by these smokes. They act as a shield, a veil to her round, and it's not collected by her. It's Fiku again.
Oh, look at the HP on Letty and Angelika. Like, whatever, had like a recovered Galil in her hands then. I think if she has an M4, that's a guaranteed kill. Such low HP, and then when a player is planting, K8 after getting that amazing double kill as they tried to enter through, decides she needs to be the hero.
It's a rush of blood to the head, not only from Julie, but also from K8. But if she gets that kill, then suddenly Rachel's in the prime position to shut that all down.
Exactly.
That player from mid in Letty was nowhere to be seen at that point.
And now Viku's got the orb. You've given her her favorite weapon.
K8 is still reacquainted with one of her own. Over towards A, but not singed by Flame. Astra now feels like she needs to be the one to put it back into even steading. Letty puts her on notice.
Little exchange of utility. Nice molly forward. MP9. Oh, there's the AK. Oh no. How's she done that then? The MP9 up close range gets 2.
Feels like Emerald plays gun game. Like the amount of like limited weapons that she just somehow specializes in. How many times is she on an MP9, but Letty has found some space, some solace in towards middle, creeps in to the camera smoke, but who's there to hold? It's Emerald.
Katie gets Angelica. That's going to cause Lady to move forward. Can't extend further, trying to bait out that shot.
Oh, timing. Oh, timing is ridiculous for Letty. She just cleared it, and then Astra just re-walks into that space. And now Lena left all on her own. Flashbang, brilliant. K&A swings and knocks it out the park. France will respond immediately, and that seriously puts the coffers of Team Poland at risk.
I mean, that round is entirely Emerald getting that double. That is literally the defining moment of the round. There was a way back in for Poland, but they were already on the ropes after conceding that double. Hanka with a rare miss. Sure, VQ gets caught, that's fine, it's the AWP, but she's meant to be there to be the failsafe. Aggressive. Again. Yeah. The need for it. Not much in this one for Team Poland.
Poland will just let them know that they're there and they're still going to commit anyway. They don't shy away from this challenge. Astra now resets in towards Dark. Flashbang. Oh, they don't push through yet. Astra is holding and waiting for her teammates to walk through. There goes VQ, there goes Hanka, and there goes the rest of Team Poland.
Too easy against the pistols. Poland now will bring those guns back out. We'll use the pause to discuss how they want to approach this round. Get the AWP in play once more. What do you do here for Poland?
You know that France are continuously pushing just in towards B main, right? You know that they are playing quite passive over towards A. It's Emerald just on these close little angles. Go back to what was working for you, and that was middle. Think back to the setup. We've communicated on it just so many times when we watch Team France and the way that they play. Mid, somewhat of an unknown element, never really tested over there on their CT side yet. You can have VQ lying in wait quite deep over towards B main. You can make it just get proactive. But you need to wait for these pushes because they keep coming in thick and fast.
Yeah, they're ready for the aggression this time. Two players start over here. They throw a lurk smoke out the gate. They want to pinch onto B. That's going to be the entire objective here.
They're going to do it on a faster timing as well. They've got the utility to do this. A nade broken into that smoke, but Hanka just lies in wait on the other side. This is the bomb. This could get dicey, but you have got Angelica here as well.
There's support. Rachel, is she going to anticipate two players in here? Oh, well, spots one. Scatters the way back, exposed to a lot of angles, but she is able to get away. Because Letty doesn't let anyone get away.
Pretty cool. Really cool actually from Poland because it is just all pure contact here. Nothing is telegraphed with utility. They just sneak in, they wait for the early nades and they just pounce.
Yeah, Team France are showing some discipline here. They're not going to go for it despite having a lot of money. They know there's still a fair few rounds in this half.
Still a fair few rounds they've already collected as well. 5, perfectly healthy amount.
Emerald's being set just to see if she can get exits right. You'd love to find an AK here, upgrade it, keep it into the next round. But I don't think anyone's going to be exiting from that direction. Oh, she spots one. Well, there's an AK anyway. Yoink. Freebie for Emerald. Simple from Poland.
Sometimes it's the best thing to do. Keep it simple. That peak from Darker has not come in a very long time. They punish it. They send a overinvestment of resource over there as well. 3 players ready, raring to go. VQ was dropping this smoke that was going to dribble down and lurk through, but Rachel was already peeking. Didn't scupper the overall plan, and again, VQ peeking early. That means her teammates can now scale. She even looks for window just in case, because again, the middle of the map is completely empty.
KD now is here. They look to run back It's the same round. It's the exact same round. K-Day gets curious. The pressure from Dark will draw her back if she doesn't get to fire up a shot. This time it's the players in Dark that are the ones that enter into the site successfully. 3 players were on B, and it's the same outcome.
It's really smart. It genuinely is so smart because you're just not putting anything anywhere. And you're saying to France, okay, we know you want to peak, come and get us. Do you think we're doing the same thing again? They call the bluff and they do it again. Kaede is looking for the edge of the smoke, then feels uncomfortable because by that point she's strafed pretty much all the way in towards B main. No contact from anyone. And suddenly they strike just like that. It's Hanka again with Angelka just getting in these smokes deep in enemy lines. Fighting fire with fire, and sometimes you get burned if you're Team France. An equalisation of a round here for Team Poland. Money's still okay due to the back-to-back save rounds. Orc can also come out for Kaede.
Great energy. But yeah, Team France, given they did play this quite conservatively, have save players in consecutive rounds, they'll continue to invest. Poland will have guns to go up against in every single round. Again, the AWP starts B. This is, of course, where Team Poland will look elsewhere, you imagine.
You can still do the same thing. You can just spread out a little bit more horizontally across the map. You can go fish for clues. Viku's just holding, anticipating. This has been the most common source of threat here for Team France. There's been no variation. Again, round 11, where's the smoke that's in towards stairs? Where's the drop down in towards middle? Again, it feels like a lot of respect is being given over here by this CT side.
It's the same situation on Nuke. It was the same criticism we brought out when they were losing against Portugal at different points.
And now they don't hear anything, they don't see anything. Timer ticks down to about the minute mark. They start emptying all of their pockets. And Poland utility.
The AWPs may meet in middle. It's a nicely timed Molotov. When there's no activity on B, KD decides I'm going to rotate over to A.
This is currently the right call as well. It's the double push into A main that I'm really worried about, because if they go searching for Hanka, they don't clear her properly, this could be unravelled. Oh,
KD's left. And it's exactly as they come through, so they're going to scale through Heaven for free. She will be very fast on this rotate. Might have been spotted. This push out. Oh, Hanka will hear this. Hanka will hear this, but they run straight past. So hard to adjust. But she saw 3 players then.
and also Kaede's alive, so they know the location of the 4th. Right now, the objective is to take space in towards CT and have a role reversal, but Astro has made the winning play potentially. Sneaking around the corner, Angelka catches wind of her though and removes her instantly.
That's the killing blow. Tap on the bomb, but they're not committing to this. Or maybe they are. Now Julie will, second time around, they're just throwing bodies at the problem. Every single body at it. Kaede will get the kill, and there's a kit right on top of the bomb. I don't know if she's got time though. That was past 25 seconds. No, she does. The defuse comes through, the kit in a fortuitous place.
Yeah, you'd probably be a coup de grace with Angelka catching Astra, trying to make that play, trying to be the one for Team France.
And it's the new scope from Kaede too that gets that trade.
In fact, it is all Astra in theory, because it's Angelka that then turns around. It then gives the space for the players to come through A main. The fact that Kaede stays alive for so long in CT really needs to be mentioned. It's a rush to end out this first half. Util's already dropped. You know they love dark, and Hanka will clear, but they're blinded by the lights. She'll find even more. Astra yet again. Viku and Hanka look for an emergency exit. Viku just hoping and praying that she can be the one to unravel plans. Bomb will back up. Emerald will be caught out. And now Viku can reset with her teammate and go A.
Yeah, all 3 CTs are here. Viku continues to be present, keep them rooted. Yeah, this is straight to A. They have to make the call that no one's here.
And now you've got utility as well. You can molly into heaven, you can smoke off camera, or you can trust in your gut that no one is here.
You gotta. In the 2v3, you have to take those risks.
And they're right.
Bomb gets planted. Smoke forward. VQ
Nice.
is ahead of it. She's going to hear this rotation through Temple. And knows it's gone CT. But she needs to come back to help out Hanka. She has a lot of angles to deal with.
There's a smoke and a kit. This could be problematic. Hanka just waiting, trying to sort of bait in, but it's Hanka that actually just takes the fight. Astra on the other end of things will get that trade, but Viku has never left her spot. They need to get on the bomb. They need to start defusing, but it's Viku that denies. Is there enough time? There might just be. France have again stolen away the defuse.
Nail biters back to back, and it's Astra, of course, that delivers a quad kill from her. And a 7-5 half on the CT side of Anubis. And now we get that energy. How quickly that could have been the other direction in both of those rounds.
But it wasn't, and that's the important thing. France staying alive. Living on hope, living on adrenaline. Are all of these players? 7 rounds on CT side is perfect. Especially when this game was escaping you, especially when Poland broke your bank, equalised the game. You had 2 chances, you had 2 rounds to try and make a name for yourself on that CT side. You've done more than that. You've made a statement.
Double dualies. Oh, you're not ready for this. You're not ready for this. Oh, maybe you are. Emerald is insane when it comes to pistols. How does she get away with this? Continues to fight forward. It's Rachel, in fact, that gets that kill. Oh, okay.
That's 1 back.
1 back, but it might just be the one. There's something you don't want to give chances to tank up, but pistol for France.
Probably an eco for Poland as well. Yeah, double dualies just get crunched it in middle. And you said it, I'll build on it. Emerald doesn't have the most amazing stats in the game, right? It's pretty even, but every single one of her kills, so impactful. Single-handedly now won 2 rounds for Team France.
Yeah, absolutely. Pure impact player. No pun intended. Straightforward. Send Julie forward. Tens. Having a field day.
She always gets 1.
Always fun.
Fun round here is now we get this callback, right? The fact that you were saying so early into this game, Hanka, one of the best A main players on Anubis. We now get the guns out, we now get to see a showcase of it. But it also goes back to what the desk says. Astra scrims with this team so much.
Yeah.
You're going to know all the funny little angles that she likes to sit in. It's about the variation, it's about which one it will be. It's a mental mini-game within itself.
Looking to get aggro early. Flash out for Angelica. Sees nothing.
Oh. Flashbang brilliant though in response. Viku was really hoping that she could find a trade back, but she can't. Instead it's Rachel. The bowls are over. More pushes. And for Hanka, she's now completely on her own. Astra will molly. That pushes her straight into the fight. There it is.
Yeah, I mean, where else can she be? Hot on her heels. Yeah, that's a very Team France kind of round.
And that is a really, again, a nice round to bring it out. And you know that Team Poland have just invested. 3 rounds out of 3. You've now gone in towards middle. You just lead with the nades. It's a simple flashbang. And the trades are just immaculate.
At least you saved something. This one's slipping away. That's with a bit of info at the start there. You flashed out Angelica, saw nothing. There's a 1-for-1 in middle. Nothing further coming. Astra tries to hunt. And they won't find anyone.
Awkward moment now for Team Poland because you're down so many rounds. The money, again, is not in a good stop. It's fragile. And this next gun round could be back-breaking as well. France want Inferno.
This is going to work out pretty decent. You've still got 4 M4s. Taking the pause at moment.
It's way better than I thought it was going to be. It's why you don't do maths on broadcast. It's also 5 rounds in a row for Team France. We were even. It was a stalemate. It was 5-5, and then France have just run over. In this stage of the game, there needs to be a fight back. It needs to be now, you feel.
How's this B site going to hold? Angelica and Letty in charge.
No flashbang for this B defense, by the way.
Got some smokes at least. Everyone's holding the utility. Waiting for these players to get in position. Julie gets up close to Dark and rotations start to move. Lena falls back and we have VQ moving over. Julie's manages to walk into Dark. With this position, you feel like you're set to go.
You are, but are you ready for the sheer quantity of players? These flashbangs have got to be good. Julie's going to look to take the space with this MAC-10. There flies the first. No one noted. Angelica will be put out of her misery. Letty with the quick trades. VQ is still here, but France aren't interested. They wanted to go A, and now they have to go B.
Yeah, Asha thought she could walk in there, but there was 2 players there. It's still going to be B. Has to be B. It's going to be pushed out through A main. Emerald loud in Dark, so now they know 100% this is going to be the play. Letty's stuck. Can Emerald molly this off? Or is she just going to try and fight forward? We'll whip it out, and it goes in towards Temple, in fact, so Letty can still fight here. Vicky's found out.
Oh.
Okay, well, that's one way to deal with Letty. 2 players in Dark. A swing from Rachel. Lackadaisical. But very low HP on both Lena and Hanka. A very difficult 2-on-2. They flash forward. The setup looks perfect for the T's. Hanka crawls forward. Emerald hits the shot.
Unbelievable, really unbelievable from Team France. The way that they pull that together, the way that they reset that in the mid-round, because the trades out of Team Poland were brilliant. They had the jump, they killed the lurk. But again, it's Astra's lurk that acts as twofold. Because sure, she gets the kill. Team Poland. But they keep the space. They don't move. They don't rotate instantly. And that is enough to keep the defense separated. And enough for Team France to walk into B.
Deagle's armor. It's not much to save off that point. Ugh, not quite it. Astra finds VQ. Oh. Okay, KD takes 2. I think that's Julie's fault.
It's a lethal trade. But it's one in which France will not care as they go marching on. Final stand potentially here for Team Poland. VQ will wield her sniper. Everyone else will have all the utility. Everyone else will have all the M4s. There is no excuses.
No, not at all. Not around on the CG side yet. Molotov won't slow down Angelica. VQ will be forced off. Ah, but gets the better of Astra. Finally, an opening kill for Poland.
Oh, and the molly. Mikhail wanted to run through it. Letty's holding firm through the smoke. They go, they're so separated. And Letty holds, Lena helps. L after L handed to France. As Team Poland hold this defense. And they look to go again for one more.
Yeah, at least had to make this first proper gun round, you know, with everything you need, with the AWP, with all the utility. At least get this one on the board.
Potential for 5 alive as well. Hanker's already pushed middle and locks it in. Belief starts to be reignited. Catalyst potentially beginning to spur on here. For Team Poland, 5 alive in the gun round after struggling so much on your CT side. That's the first round you get.
It's a decisive one. No player falls for Poland. And that was it's a little crazy from France, right? Astra goes down, they're like, alright, we're going to accelerate onto B. I think there's info that 2 players were on A again, so immediately France try and push through, but that Molotov was just being jiggled, drops it, they run through, separates them, as smoke comes down, it's messy. Messy and forced. So naturally, success for Poland. They're just calling out to Astra.
Here's something we didn't really see. Smoke deep on towards the stairs. Immediately thrown out, 3 players set up over towards B. Oh, Kaede, that was so close. If only she had left clicked.
Well, I can tell you they're still playing, I can see it. So I think this is just on our end. Yeah, okay, we're good.
There we go.
It's still going, it's all good, it's all good. We're gonna see. We're back. Nothing happened, so it's good.
No, it said it's just Kaede taking the space in towards mid, clearing out all of these close corners, but she's on her own.
It's
yeah,
crazy.
she's completely on her own, but this is where she does her best work. Flashbang in towards the doorway, tries to jump over, gets sidelined, but she sideswipes. VQ instead lives on 6 HP.
I don't know, it seems crazy to me for VQ. Surely you expect that reswing when you see her cross, what else can she do? This is going to be the fight that determines whether this map continues. This double up in towards A main. Oh, there drops one. Bomb as well. Astra in the sides. They try and sideswipe her. It's Hanker again. It's always Hanker. It always has to be Hanker. One of the best A main players for a reason.
Over 20 seconds left, you've got limited options here. If you even want to go for it in the first place. Maybe a run, a sprint, but Letty's holding. That's the bomb drop. That's the round over. Hanker keeps Poland afloat.
Absolutely massive. France felt they were in the pole position. As soon as they deal with VQ in middle, they're not anticipating a 2-player lean in main. And Poland know that. Very dicey stuff, but the clean first kill gives them a good position.
Pistols, but it isn't just pistols. They got armor behind them. They look to take space again in towards mid. Last round it was VQ there, and this time, well, hey look, it's Hanker in A main again. Finds the opening kill. That's trying to offer up space in towards mid, and to be fair to them, they've got it, but a smoke from the CTs. Leaders even just spam 2 of them out.
Yeah, not too bad. Some nice little frags against the half-buy. Astra's still a threat, but neutralized. They should just push on the Emerald in a second. Oh, they know. They know.
What's your solution here now for Team France? I think it's avoid A main at all costs. B bomb site felt pretty feasible when they were going over there, the dark fights. Whilst they weren't being presented, as soon as they were able to get the space, that's where it was a success story. If I'm Team Poland, you just leave Hanker there. I doubt Team France are going to want to contest that all that much. Maybe put your AWP over there, maybe get VQ, just taking an aggressive line, just in towards water. Getting that space, getting that info. Palms start to be sweaty, you got to remember, look, you do not want to make a mistake here if you're France. You've still got 4 chances.
We're seeing Poland pull off some pretty incredible comebacks. But this one requiring 6 in a row. They've reduced that somewhat. Vicky's had a slow burn up. You threw her name into the ring when you talked about Poland's win condition.
Here it is, 3B, peaks dark. Team France bomb starting to make its way over towards B main. They wanted the mid control. It starts with a boost, but it ends with nothing.
Yeah, a lot of aggressive smokes thrown early, right? One in towards middle, one in A main, and then one on the stairs. Really wanting to hope that someone will then peek into dark, because that is the single open avenue. But nothing presents itself. France wait for the utility, and now they just creep and crawl. Letty spots out Emerald. BQ, a missed opportunity. Now defensive smoke deployed. They bait out the util, but France are leaving.
Yeah, send some scampering. Hanka hasn't got a block smoker over at A main. Oh, she just about slides over to this right-hand side. A very committed angle. The jump, though, will at least get her one, but Astra's found success in towards middle. And it's Emerald. Okay. Or it could just be Emerald. This could be it. This could be the map for France.
Talked about impact frags from Emerald. 2 delivered right there in middle. That's going to be the difference maker. It feels Astra tucked in. Able to get one, Letty trades, but it's Julie that finishes the job. And Team France take their map pick. We go the full distance.
And look, we are going to speak about stars. You are going to speak about Kaeda. You are going to speak about Astra. You are going to speak about Rachel. But in this map alone, you have to speak about Emerald because the amount of impact she delivered in this game was monumental. She turned the tide and she's forced Inferno.
Absolutely deserves all of her roses for that map victory. Astra, again, we talked about Anubis, how strong she is. I think she ended top of the board for Team France, top of the server, no doubt. Brilliance from her. Hanka started to arrive towards the end. We saw some really good moments from her, but it really felt like we were missing a few of the other pieces of Team Poland.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Angelika had a little bit of a quiet one. I think VQ as well, as you were saying. Anubis is one of those maps where on the CT side you maybe have 2, even 3 of them. So it's one of those where she tried to be dynamic, but France just kept avoiding her. They even tried in that last round to set her up for that peak. It just didn't quite pan out. And now you go to Inferno. Now you go to the battle with the sniper rifles, and that's going to be a really interesting one as well because we've seen heroics from both of them.
I think that's a really exciting matchup, right? Because that's Navi Javelin's best map,
Yeah.
but Astra's the IGL on the other side of your core. And then we have that Rachel Astra dynamic in Banana. That's going to be an absolute brawl. I really can't wait to see how Inferno pans out. And given how this went, I'm not sure how it will go. Let's find out what the Des thinks.
We're going the distance then in this grand final. Inferno will be the final flow. But before that, let's talk through the Anubis we've just watched, chaps. A dominating second half performance from France off the top of a lot of CT rounds, especially for a map like Anubis. How do we reflect on that map?
I think for me, the first thing that stands out is what I wanted to see out of Poland was kind of just flawless execution of rounds, or at least a higher level of execution of rounds than what France would be able to put together, simply because they have the drivers, they have the time together to kind of have those things sorted. And still we see A takes without smokes for camera, without flashes for camera, and just kind of just body facing into ops. And that tells me that A, it's not Poland's favorite map. It's probably not Navi Javelin's favorite map. And it's not something that is their calling card. And it kind of told me pretty early on that we're looking at a third mapper here. France just seemed more comfortable playing a little bit of a looser style and not necessarily needing to have all your I's dotted and all your T's crossed in that sense. And it feels like Poland kind of need that in order to succeed, and it became a little bit too sloppy, and that's something that good players from France are going to take advantage of it any day.
Yeah, I think early on a couple of the faster rounds from Poland were denied by some France counter utility, and that was pretty important because we thought maybe one of the ways in for Poland was just group as 5, just go for this quick play, try and see if you can catch France out before anything happens. But they got the info early, they denied it with utility, and then for me, I don't know if Poland's scouting and game plan was quite right for this map, because quite a few rounds did actually end on B, and they maybe had 1 or 2 successful rounds there, but Astra, absolute beast on that B side. We saw time and time again. And then I suppose the problem was when they tried to go towards A, the timings weren't quite there, and the utility wasn't perfect, as you said. So they kind of had to fall back to that B side, where sometimes if you just crunch in from both sides at the right time, you actually don't need a great execute. You can just get the round, and that came through. But all in all, France definitely the better team here, and you also saw France at times. They would start their rounds with just these crazy peaks, and Poland would sometimes even get the opening pick, but unfortunately, they just never were able to convert it. And again, once again, it just shows how important being comfortable on a map is.
Certainly felt like as we went deeper into that first half, France learned to rein it in a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe they learned that these afterparts are just chaos and going in our favour, so we should slow these rounds down. So I think in the end, France bore out to be the cleaner team on that map. We've seen throughout this tournament, it feels like the team that makes the fewest mistakes to win these maps. That was France here. Third map. Same story, or is that a big old reset button?
I mean, I have a hard time saying it's going to be like an easy reset for Poland. Again, they haven't played more than 2 games on Inferno so far in this tournament. One of them was a loss, overtime loss versus Denmark. But we have learned that, again, Denmark have pressured, obviously, Poland to OT and won, and basically gone the full distance with France as well, just barely losing. So it's not like Denmark have been slouches on Inferno by any means. And even though, as Lucy and Brandon mentioned, Navi Javelin's favorite map is Inferno, I don't feel like we've seen Navi Javelins per se on Inferno when we see them. They looked good versus the US, absolutely so. But so did France versus, in their Inferno match earlier. So I'm feeling a little bit worried for Poland, and they're my pick going into this. I had them first 2-0, and now I'm obviously 2-1. I'm not loving my chances the further we get into this finals.
Yeah, France already 3 wins out of 3, I'm pretty sure, on Inferno so far at this tournament. So it's clear that it's been a comfortable map for them. And I think on the Poland side, surely they are ready for that France aggression on Banana that we see time and time again.
So, right?
Hyper aggression. So that's something they're going to have to try and handle. I do think on the Poland side, not maybe seeing the most out of some of the individuals. This is the sort of map where you'd say, okay, let's rely on our individuals more. Hanka had a good amount of kills at the end there. She was doing solid, but didn't see much out of the rest of them. That could maybe be a little concerning, because we do want to see a little more out of the rest of the team. And on the France side, Emerald, a lot of impact kills, a lot of rounds, I think maybe 4 rounds in total, where she got a really important double kill, a really important multi-kill at the right time. So I do still get the feeling France, well-rounded as a roster, actually have the more firepower here. And I kind of back that. I do. I said it earlier. I think this Poland team, especially if we get into the deep waters here of this third map, that's when we get to see, have they got the character growth, that final act of the movie? Have they overcome that hurdle that they haven't been able to leap over, where they do sometimes hesitate? So far, they've scraped their way through. We want to see them really clutch through and just absolutely show us that the team play is there and that they're the better team.
Let's start talking win conditions then here for both teams going into Inferno. I mean, we're like a broken record at this point, but I really believe for Poland, they need to play clean Counter-Strike. Yep. We hold them to a higher expectation than any other team here, because we know they have the Navi Javelin system behind them. We know they have a core of players and a 5 that have played together before. I really believe on a map like Inferno, where fundamentals are king, they need to up their game. They need to look like Nuke, not like Anubis.
Yeah, absolutely. And I also think that, especially for Poland, there are limitations. Again, if you're starting on a T side, there's a limit to what the CTs can do to be disruptive to you. Just full stop. You need to be aware of this. Again, there's not going to be that many calling cards that France actually has to go to in order to make this difficult for you, to prevent you from playing clean Counter-Strike, at least in a matter where you're not allowed to set up for your executes. So take advantage of that, and actually, have actually perfectly executed executes. Sounds easy enough in theory, but that's something we didn't see on Anubis. Obviously, there's higher likelihood of actually running into disruptions from your opponents at that point, but I feel like as long as you kind of stave off the early aggression in Banana, the French don't really have many avenues to actually poke at you and actually make you uncomfortable for the better part of the mid-round, which should be to your advantage. And at the same time, that is kind of the big issue that France kind of have to address, because We've seen them try to play kind of passively and held back on sites, saving utility, etc. And that hasn't necessarily always been great, and it hasn't necessarily always been consistent in the sense that they actually stick to it, even if it's working. So it took them a while to kind of figure that out versus Denmark. They need to be able to adapt quicker if this is the approach that Poland is going to have.
Yeah, I also want to see good communication and rotations here from Poland. I think the rotations is a big one, and that's going to be such an intriguing aspect of this, because Astra on the other side, if we get into a mid-round and rotations start happening, is she going to get in their heads? Is she going to get in their heads? Is she going to be able to find that point on the map? Maybe you put some pressure on B, you get the rotate away, you work your way up long. These are things that could end up happening, and I also think that a map like Inferno, Astra, okay, Anubis, she was incredible. That's her best map, probably. Yeah. I still think Inferno is a map that suits her playstyle very, very well, and that bodes well for France, because as that player who can get into those positions and just win rounds, I expect to see that a lot.
I mean, let's not beat around the bush. Win this map in a good fashion for Astra, and she is MVP of this tournament.
Yeah.
That might be required to win this.
Yep, I think that's absolutely fair. You can flip the coin, obviously, and say that the same goes for example, Viku, right?
Yes.
Who's had a fantastic tournament. So yeah, this is really the time for individuals to shine in that sense. And yes, I've been touting on the fact that Poland are, the team here at this tournament. But yeah, I don't think it'd mind if anybody has a pop-off game to close it out.
I mean, is that another factor against Poland, though? Viku here at Inferno getting that AWP out. You're not going to get it
Might
as
be difficult.
Often. Yeah, I think she has, in general, favored CT side anyway. I think her CT AWPing has been really, really strong. But you need both halves in Counter-Strike. So we've got to hope some of those other girls can step up too.
100% true.
Okay then, Inferno to decide this grand final. In about an hour's time, one team will have their hands on the trophy. Will it be Poland or will it be France? We'll find out soon.
Team France have won the knife round going into Inferno. Brandon, how important do you think that is?
I don't know actually. To be honest, I feel like we could paint this in any light. We could say, oh yeah, you know, it could be a good one. To be honest, I don't think it matters. I think what's more important right now is how focused and determined everyone is on the server. Because as we're saying, if you go missing, if you go unnoticed, then the other team is going to walk all over you. It is a game of margins right now. And you look at Inferno. The thing is, this does point in the direction of both teams, because whilst Team France won't have the best fundamentals compared to Team Poland, because they are drilled, they are well rehearsed, all that good stuff, because they are a team. Team France have got the X factor, and that is Astra, that's also Kaede. And I really think if Kaede unlocks this superstar potential that we know she has, that we've already seen on the stage, round in, round out, then I think that genuinely can be the difference maker.
It has been the difference maker because on the other side, her counterpart has been absent.
Exactly.
I think across both maps, even though they took Nuke, I don't think VQ was necessarily a big factor until the tail end.
She wasn't, and that's because she was an orphan. But it all comes down to this. The grand final here in Riyadh lives and dies by Inferno. It's Team France or it's Team Poland. Let's get this started.
The fire and the flames. Every game has led to this point. Simple from Poland. It's up B and it's a sole player here. A flashbang will not slow them down. The smoke neither. Nothing will stop them. K&A charging through the smoke. They know she's here.
Yeah.
Hanka knows what's going on. You're not pulling a fast one on her.
Yeah, and you're not. And Viku's already pushed through the smoke as well. Julie needs to be really careful. Viku just backstabs, but Rachel and Emerald have found kills apiece.
Yeah, that kill's just come from spamming the smoke, I think. Or maybe
Bomb's
it was
not
over
even
the top.
down.
Oh god, finally. I feel like that had been planted like 20 seconds ago. And with a kit, this is actually pretty decent for France. Look at the setup. There's no room for Poland. Double up in towards Dark Emerald with pre-fire around the corner, and she's just going like a maniac, charging forward. Angelica from Dark will swing out for one. Now they're just pincering. Now they're just running at them. Rachel has the 1v2. Remember, there is a kiss. Needs to find these kills, and she's not given a chance.
Poland give him the kiss of death. Keep it simple, stupid. Straight up banana. And this is the thing. This is what the desk was saying, right? All you got to do is just execute. And that was it. That was simple. That was direct, and that was Poland in control. If Poland are in control, it's so much more difficult for France to go for these crazy plays. They tried it and got shut down.
Starts strong for Poland. Stacked towards A. It's the same as the round before, really. Just now you're against a fully kitted out Polish side. Hyper-focused. Not giving up anything against this team.
And what is good about this Team Poland squad is, look, we're speaking about fundamentals on Inferno. What you also are speaking about normally is that potentially there could be a lack of deviations to a plan. That this team has got an unbelievable ability to adjust on the fly. That shoulder's now been spotted in library. This should just be the cleanup. They are walking into the stack. There are effectively 4 players here. One was behind the smoke. That's been dealt with immediately. And now it's hide and go seek for the rest of these players on the French bomb site. They have been overwhelmed immediately. And whilst Emerald is trying not to back down, she gets overrun by the MAC-10.
Yeah, it's about as expected, really. Astra will at least slide through at the end. Maybe she can catch someone as they try to escape, but you feel that's unlikely. She'll hear Lena on the run. Oh, no, Lena sees her. So the MAC-10 gets 2 kills. Poland 2-0. We saw that one coming. France will get the weapons out. This is where that fight in Banana is going to be interesting. We've seen how Portugal dealt with it. And we were able to find some answers. We know Poland will be fully aware of Astra's game plan here.
Rachel's got the French weapon. There's a trade-off for the utility. Always feels like whenever I look down at Emerald, she's either holding the Deagle or an MP9. It will be Astra to potentially draw first blood in Banana, but meanwhile, it's the apartments fight that I'm more interested in. Lena's got all the space, and the SMG counterpart is on balcony.
Very silent though. Poland look to poke and prod, smoke down towards long. Molly and Arch. This is the default. Burning T side. Get this control. Keep the CTs guessing and then make your move.
With this utility that's been put down in towards top banana, the retake one, that is going to incentivize Team Poland to come more in towards A. You've already got the space in top bracket. We're about to go blow for blow here in towards long and potentially in towards apartments. Lena now knows that someone is close.
Emerald's been good in this position before. Let us know exactly where she is. Lena, oh, not expecting the spin though. At least Letty is there for the trade. Now this double boosted setup, yeah, not anticipating two players here. Vika will deal with one. Needs that support from her long player. Angelica's waiting. She's being kept at bay. Oh no! Oh, that was ugly.
That was from Rachel, that was from the library player as well. Angelica felt like she could help out if she got that kill in library, and she didn't. And it's Rachel, the one that punishes. It's France that profit the most. Finally, they break the deadlock, and it's all because of that top banana utility. They trusted their utility. They didn't hear anything off the back of that. So they rotate another player over. It is Rachel that rotates.
Another impact frag from Emerald as well. Even going 1 for 1 there is enough because there's no one else in the apartments. That double setup on site is then set for success. Miku doesn't respect this smoke. Knows that they've thrown a deep one ahead of it, so it shouldn't be anyone here.
Oh. Grazing blows through the smoke for both parties. KAD now gets smoked off at long. The open channel currently is short, and Team Poland take that space.
Again, it's very similar to the round before. They take that space, but I don't think they'll be committing to it. Re-smoke. Actually, we're smoke thrown out towards library. KD is ahead of it.
Yeah.
But that is still smoked on long, so she does have to stay rooted. A lot hinges on the timings as the smoke fades.
Flashback forward as well. KAD spams. Thinks that it's enough, so she begins her rotate. In the meanwhile, the execute, it's laid fruit. Swing in from Rachel, it's a 1 for 1. Astra herself flashed. She needs more help. She's getting it from CT, but she's being run down. They give the control. Poland have got the bomb down.
Fast boost comes out. Lena catches Astra. Julie from the boost gets 2. A massive overperformance from that position. Angelica will snap straight to the head of Kaede. But it has to be all Angelica now. They know exactly where she is, tries to tap them out. But another big round from Julie.
And it's amazing how quick this is when it comes to a reaction for Team France. Smoke goes down, Astra leaves in towards Church. Okay, well, we still need information. Let's boost instantly. Poland are not ready. They've only just had that fight in towards Church. Bomber's only just gone down. They're still holding it when she's shooting. You're never expecting it because she didn't shoot you in the first place when you first crossed.
What a great boost. Bomb goes down, but no loss bonus means pennies.
It's not just in this series, it's overall in the event. What I've been really impressed with Team France is that they never really have let an opponent gather up steam. They always are coming in with these crucial rounds. The only time would have been that nuke game where Poland did have that purple patch, but aside from that, France are always coming in, making it competitive, already breaking your money. Poland won the pistol, Poland won the conversion, but all the gun rounds have been French.
Yeah, don't make it easy. Interesting is the 3-player lean over here, but then they don't commit a lot of utility. We'll fight though. Ooh, good flash. Really nice. Rachel is able to recover, but they're running her down. They knew the aggression would come. They recover a smoke. Oh, yeah, Angelica was never going to get across, to be fair. She had like 2 HP.
Oh.
Oh no, the timing on these smokes. Oh, great, goes the other way. A Smoke is picked up by Lena.
They're leaving. Yeah, they're going. The issue is you don't have any mid control here. You feel like the easy solution would be just to plant the bomb. Instead, you fear that Poland are overcooking it a smidge. Or maybe it's all by design. Maybe it's just a hold in banana. See if these CTs rotate in. Are you going to push us in top banana? Are you going to come in from mid? Because they need info. It all goes silent, and the more the seconds tick on down, the more the doubt starts to creep into the mind for the French CT players. We need to go A. It's undefended.
Yeah, you can see a reposition from Julie. She goes back to the library, wants to check if anyone's flanking, so she can actually watch the cross to site. Feels like the right position. This is basically going to be the same round. What would have happened if they didn't pause? But you can see the idea. Emerald moves forward, bomb will go down. Remember, this was an eco coming through for Team Poland. It made it interesting already. How compelling does this tail get? A double up coming through from the coffins. Smoke for Julie, Kit, and smoke for Emerald, so everything for Team France is in play. Nice little spray. Now smoke gives VQ a little room to move. She goes around the side. Oh, can't quite convert. On the bomb. Just need to find this one shot. No, she was to the right. Emerald gets the defuse. But that smoke almost cost them.
Yeah, but that's a sweat off the brow moment. Wipe now. Just memory. The important thing is they get that round over the line. That was a full eco you bring into that. You get 3 kills, you get the bomb down, you get VQ making, to be honest, the proactive and the correct play. No armor, so she's the one trying to sell the risk. Lena's low HP, but baited in with Kev. You think is powerful, and instead just gets completely nullified by that cloud of smoke. It's the bottle of flame that now prevents Emerald from scaling into apps. And speaking of scaling, we've now got Letty already on this boost. She tucks into the corner here. She's not affected by the flash.
It's interesting that they're finding this banana control so freely. You get sus if you're Poland. If you're suddenly able to get this without Astra and Rachel being right there. Okay, there they are. Very different approach, I feel, to what we saw against Portugal, which was much more direct.
Different variation of the smokes as well. We've already seen the half-wall ones where the smoke actually lands out of the wall. This one lands deeper in towards logs. It means the molly goes deeper. It means you'd be set up by a flashbang as well. They didn't need it. They just contact swung. But the net result the same. They were able to isolate Letty.
Cheeky. 4 players over at A. Fun setup with the double library hold. Swing out. Oh, wide swing. Gets the info. 2 players are here. Oh, 1 gets away. But now you have to go for these players over at B. No smoke. Just going dry. Astra more than happy to take that fight. Vicky will get over. Can't plant the bomb though. They blow the smoke. Yeah, Angelica doesn't even want to give this round a look in.
Really cool idea out of France is the variation, but it's also just the way that they're playing it, the way that they're setting up, right? You're going for the opening peak, you get the map control, or the element of it, and then you gamble rotate onto a site. It's almost heroic-esque. Maybe they learned a thing or two from Team Denmark. Would it be France who continue to take the lead? It's now a 4-round winning streak in a row. Angelica's saved AK, can force Tech 9s around it. The issue is, for the past 3 rounds, it almost feels like the objective has always been to get the bomb down in the first instance. That can't be the main goal. And now Nage just land at the feet. It was Poland that had the deterrence of the utility. This time it's Team France at the start of this round, but Team Poland want to stand strong. They want to fight into top brackets, and KD is here, but not with Sniper.
Yeah, Angelica just wanted to go forward with her AK, and she's got all the resistance of HE's on her way. Guys, boost here. Get in that corner. It's not quite enough to see, is it? that molly spread, that would be unfortunate.
Oh!
Oh my god!
What a clear! And that's your AK dropped. At least there's one more player here with Kevlar. But that is ridiculous from Kaede.
I can't believe that. Great presence of mind.
I understand wanting to go towards B after you've just been KO'd over at long, but at the same time you've got no smoke for this cross. There's a smoke in your face. You need this one flashbang to do absolutely everything. Fortunately, there's no one in CT, but it says a flash going the other way in towards pit. They are so blind. And Rachel just takes everyone. Astra chimes in with one more of her own.
They've seen you, Hanker. I'm sorry to report it. There's no secret to your position. Okay, they will find her. Open and shut. That was just that AK that was saved over from Angelica. They tried to get it involved. Didn't work out the way they hoped. He's all could be a difference maker. We don't have the AWP on the French side. Okay, it doesn't seem to need it. Might be Italian on the board, but it's France that are really putting their mark on the server.
I don't think Kaede needs to AWP. The way that they're playing the CT setup, the way that they're gamble stacking so much, it just benefits just having this rifle as set up. That nade,
Oh my
Hanker headbutts it. And then lands flush on Letty. The collection of all the utility, the damage is just adding up. It's broken bones. There could be shattered dreams here at Top Banana. The three players here for Team France, again, ready to defend. And Team Poland, they just want to go. They keep walking through this utility. Hanker will find one, but the rest of the defense will hold again.
Rachel just lights out. She just cannot be stopped. Again, there's all power for Viku. She doesn't even get to fire a shot. Hanker on low HP actually gets a really nice kill there, but Rachel just backside all these defensive smokes drops. She has such a space to work in. And it's really cool to see France playing such a different style of Banana versus what they did versus Portugal, and it's still having so much success.
Think back, all this half, we'll recap it in a moment. Because VQ is still looking, is still hoping. There is someone behind the fountain. Rachel with it, give her the luxury of the peak, but 3 in CT, 1 on the boost. It needs to be hard cleared. That task falls to Lena, and she will get it. But Kaede's right there. VQ with the no-scope. And suddenly there's a chance. VQ versus Emerald. Flashbang goes forward. And now the position is known. 20 seconds, bomb scooped up.
Given the space to plant, Emerald just sits back. Will cross now, VQ. Looking forward, trying to find her. Oh, she sees the utility, but she misses the shot. The HE comes forward, straight onto her. A slam dunk onto Miku. The 2v4 that could have been. But we talk about impact frags, and we talk about Emerald.
That is ridiculous. That is the clutch of the tournament. To be honest, if you think about it, that keeps France with this momentum. That stops Poland from finding a way back in. The source of all problems for Team Poland lives and dies with Emerald. And yet again, it's her to step up when it matters most. The fact that Lena can hit that shot immediately onto the boost is ridiculous. And VQ can never count her out of a round.
Oh, the no-scope too.
It felt like it was all lining up. She had that chance and she missed it and she went back in for more. And Emerald knew by that point that she had to commit into the fight.
That HE thrown.
And think about it now, you've tried everything. We circle back about 30 seconds in time. They've tried to default, it's not worked. They've tried to go B, it's not worked. They've tried to execute, nothing is working, even these clutch attempts. As audacious as they are still not working. How do you get a gun round? You can't even buy one.
Orbs here. Kaede on the angle. Utility forward. A shot fired off, they know. It's all debate in Rachel, but Kaede actually gets the kill through the half wall.
And you've seen that flash. So you now know that 2 more players are here. You do not need to keep going into this if you're Poland. You can retreat, and that is exactly what they're doing. But keep your eyes on shore, because it's Emerald to take occupancy in towards the apartments. Julie comes in towards Boiler. You've got to clear this if you're Poland, and they will, but it will come with cost. But Julie and Emerald both find kills, and Emerald finds another. That's the bomb drop. Viku finds one more. But in this 1v2, she's got to wait for the embers, and that will cost her her life.
B doesn't work out. They try to go back towards A. And it's Julie in Boiler, gets 1 and a dink. Emerald also delivering. Between the 2 of them, they do enough. Such a great showing here today from Emerald. She's a free agent, everyone. To my knowledge. Maybe I shouldn't advertise that if I don't know for sure.
Nice whopper.
Not a free agent then. I lied. Sorry, guys.
Here she is again. Not even needs far off a bullet. Double apartment set up again, more variation. And again, another desperate plea. A cry for help out long. Viku will at least answer. And now you've seen that double setup in towards Zaps. You know these rotations are coming in. Flashbang over the top. Astra will swing. New challenges emerge with Astra and Rachel, but they run out of bullets, and Viku again answers the call.
Okay, we're getting a bit more out of Viku. This is what we asked for. This 2-on-2 needs to be converted for Poland. There's no question about it.
Oh, tell you what, that nade is going to stop the bomb plant. They're here so quick. That molly will upset plans just for a moment. There's still more utility.
Good HE over does a lot of damage. Another molly. Being so disruptive, but now they start to scale. KOD pulls out the pistol. Who needs the AWP? She's running at you with the 5-7. And Emerald has the 1-on-2. She has the information on both, but isolating feels almost impossible. This crossfire, unbreakable.
Well worked from Viku. Well worked from Team Poland as well, because you take the space out long, you get the kill, and then you know with this setup that France will be fleet-footed. They'll immediately start to rotate back all the way in towards CT to meet you. Confidence building, wide angles adopted. It's the tech lines that prevail. It's Viku's name that consistently enters the feed. And it's still famine out here now, because 7-3, Poland would love to secure these next 2 rounds to give themselves something to work with, a foundation.
That's their first gun round, you know. Odds don't favour them winning 2 more of it. We'll see. Lena will make things a bit easier. Emerald on an aggressive push will be found out. Its openers have been few and far between. It's another rotation to A.
Good call. Think about it. As soon as Poland always get an entry, they look to scale. And Rachel's already left Library. Now she's grouped with the rest of her team.
Looks to be a split onto this A bomb site. France have everything they need here. 3 players in wait. KD has a nice line on. Long flashbang is so good though. Still allowed to live. Jumping out the apartment, so Lena bails them out, and now a charge into the bomb site. It's Letty and Lena. And Viku with that killing blow. Huge impact, catching that lurk kill on Emerald and then jumping out to remove KD.
Yeah, exceptional work. You know you got the space in towards Zaps because Emerald has pushed as soon as you get the confirmation from your long players that one player is locked into mini pit. You just got to take the risk. You can go through the smoke, it can act as a veil. The fact that all of the side defenders only get 1 kill there. And now this 5th round is possible. MP9s, they're the MVP weapons here. But with the molly comes scaling, and comes Julie.
Very aggressive. Ah, bye. I think the smoke was a bit too much.
Yeah. Too obvious. And now you can just settle back into a bit more of a passive default. You've already seen 1 player that's going to overexert themselves. Are there any more?
Yeah, Poland could just be patient here. Utility pretty much done for.
Oh, no.
No. Viku will remove Emerald. K-Day gets one back. 5 HP between Hanker and Letty.
But this is Astra. This could be Astra pushing the smoke. You feel like Lena's got to have this responsibility just to go and hold back. Astra doesn't push VQ. He's got the AK because Letty's only on 1 HP. Look at this reroute. Kaede has got the MP9 in towards apartment, starts to clear it out, but they've already walked by.
Yeah, I think if the bomb goes down, it becomes exceptionally hard for France to find a way back in.
And they plant safe. In fact, they don't plant at all. Kaede's found the first kill, but now you know she's here. You know Astra's last location was Banana.
That's one of the one players with HP, though. Again, it rests on VQ. Letty has the AWP at least, so she can still be pretty potent with it. There's a kit on Astra. But Letty finds that first kill, sees the second player as well. Astra is known. And Astra is dealt with. Poland will recover for 5.
And that's the one thing you can't question about Team Poland, no matter what iteration of Na'Vi Javelins it is. They have got that mental resolve, they have got that mental resilience, they have got that stage experience. How many grand finals? Too many to count.
Yeah, but not to be the bearer of bad news, but how many of those have they actually won? 1, in fact, and it was 2 years ago. World Esports Championships 2022 in Indonesia.
They didn't attend in Yash. They are unbeaten currently. They technically retain their title. That's how I'm viewing it. They win this best of 3 and then it becomes undisputed. Team France, slow play with these pistols. It was Team Poland on their T side that drew first blood, and now you've got VQ working an opportunity. Lena's also found one in towards Apps, and whilst there's contact at Banana, keep your eyes on VQ.
She's pushed all the way down. Completely unknown. There is this little weird play going on in the apartments, but it might not matter. Oh, the bomb! VQ misses her mark, and now Astra, she's gonna come around middle. This is gonna backfire quite possibly. No, VQ's gotten away. Somehow, and now the swing out long. What is this Mickey Mouse round? VQ gets the kill. Sees a player in towards middle. They're scaling quickly. The Poland start to swarm. It was a little wild at the start, but it's looking, oh, maybe it's not looking so good. The bomb is being planted. Kaede found the space, but it's only Kaede. USB in her hands, very fast on the dual Berettas. Hanker will sideswipe her.
Yeah, well done from Hanker. Just stays Banana, pushes as soon as she gets all that info. The fact that VQ is able to stay alive, I think, is the first question, and then able to get the kill on Astra is ridiculous. But she did, but Poland push on. Purple patches. This was a hefty amount of rounds in a row for France. 7, in fact. Poland answer back with 4 of their own, and that leads us to within 1.
Exchange both ways. They attempt to run her down, but the cavalry arrives, supportive utility to prevent this push in. Smoke's a little funky. Rachel likes the look of it. VQ's just jiggling middle, so they kind of know what's going on. A boost employed. I like the fronts don't fully invest into this. Not a long road ahead, they can concede one here to get a proper bind next. Crazy pulling up 4 players over here.
Yeah, I mean, look, you've been jiggling mid the whole time, you
Yeah,
haven't
but
seen
a play's
anything.
gotten past. I'm a little scared. Okay. I'm still a little scared. Vicky's aware? Okay, yeah, she's aware. I think she might have even spotted Julie.
Yeah, she did. She saw her, 100%.
Okay,
She
yeah.
commed it as soon as she made that jump. That has drawn 1 rotation back, but there are still 3 here. Everyone thinks she's got space, and while she does get the goosh, it's the MP9. Death by 1,000 paper cuts, and VQ looking to inflict the same on Julie. It's all the MP9s entering the feed, and whilst this could have been a little bit of a chaotic round, it now is to be expected. Can this bomb get planted? No.
Well, 1-2. Low HP players, P250. She has armor, she can get a kill. No, okay, Henka, safe bare hands to secure it. I did really enjoy that round from France, considering what went into it.
It was funky.
There was a lot that could have gone wrong there for Poland.
Yeah.
If Viku hadn't caught that timing to spot Julie on the cross. 7-7, we have 3 MP9s for Team Poland. And you can't really call it a bonus because their money isn't in the best spot.
Yeah, you're either fighting banana here or you're fighting mid. Those are the two options. Spam, not doing any damage whatsoever, but the smoke will at least keep Team France at bay for now. Not really much utility here for this T side either, if you think about it. I'm looking at the quantity of flashbangs, there's only a couple. They are ahead of that smoke though at bottom banana.
I think Hank is full aware of this. Letty has a full set of utility as well. Not been forced to deploy any of it just yet. Poland have been very good at keeping them at bay without having to expend too much.
Pressure being applied, bomb still not yet committed, and then Lena is through the flames, but to her death, and now Emerald really wants a piece of the action. The bomb's going to move all the way back into top brackets. There are still 2 players here, but again, only with SMGs.
Yeah, look like a good timing for Lena to push there when she sees that player fall back. Emerald will find that kill onto Viku. It's just Angelica, she drops the bomb, can call over to her teammates. The second kill would be everything, the dink comes through. Oh, but it's Rachel that will trade from long. Guns come out and Team France, they will find the round.
Yeah, to be honest, that was really simple from Team France. Didn't do anything too special. It just got ahead of the utility that Team Poland were putting down. Never showed face in towards top banana, but just dropped a couple of flashbangs there to keep the interest. You walk all the way in. It is actually Lena, the one that, very much like Anubis when Julie pushed B main, it's Lena that pushes through a molly in towards short. She thinks she's got a flashbang. This hunt is everything, by the way. If they lose everything, it could be dicey. Letty could upgrade to an AK potentially. But if she falls...
She'll be okay. Actually, yeah, so worried about this hunt that she doesn't pick to grab the AK either. You gotta half by this surely. In the position you're in with the round count where it is. Spread of the util that Letty recovered.
It's dangerous though, buying on 2-stage loss bonus.
I think it's fine with the amount of money they still have, at least. They really didn't put anything into this.
Oh, that's rough.
Well,
The
that's what
nade,
you had.
the nade broke open the smoke as she was boosting. Okay, they can just spam. That was the only line of defense on A. And the defense on B set to full. Or maybe not. He came into this with 1 M4, maybe he can leave with 1 AK.
Yeah, it wouldn't be too bad. Jogger's the poorest, so she'd love to hold on to it. Right, so I have a 2-round lead. Oh, Lena. Alright, Poland. I don't know if Angelica will be allowed to hold the AK. There is already moves to start to hunt, but even if she doesn't, they're going to have that full investment in the next round. VQ will have money for an AWP. What do we need to see from them?
Just better map control, to be honest. Like, you need to pick your poison. You're either going to hold and have an advanced setup on top brackets, or you're fighting banana. You can't be passive in both.
Angelica survives the test. You get the hold on to her AK. happy with that outcome, is she? It's the orb immediately. Hanka given the M4 over Letty. Needs the right tools for the job. He's the more active member on B.
No
Wow.
way. And she's even done substantial damage to VQ.
It's rare you see that kill come through these days. Oh, Astra sees what's going on. Anticipates his re-aggro. Flash forward. Oh, they really want to fight this. The Molotov will split them up. Oh, she's burning. She's cooking. There's Hanka swinging. And Joker as well will catch off Emerald. Astra and Julie. After an opening kill, they've lost the bomb, lost all their teammates until Astra gets one back, but she's brought down incredibly low. Oh. Viku. That nade almost removed her, but she's still able to find the kill.
What a reaction out of Team Poland, by the way. Just, again, improvising, dropping utility a little bit forward to give them that pocket of space, and they all just swing together. You know how important it is to isolate these fights once they've lost the control in towards the apartments. Even though they didn't lose the map control, they lost the space initially. And Julie, the one who got that wallbang kill, is the one piece remaining for France. 30 seconds left. Bomb stuck. No way through. 20 seconds, just hoping, praying that you can hold on to your Kevlar, hold on to your AK, bring something through.
There's VQ with the confirmation. Really nice response to banana control there. You can see that the fundamentals of Team Poland are on display. Just in the utility usage, the timing of each and every one of those pushes. They separate France in banana, cook one alive. Felt like France had nowhere to go.
Spoke about how important that round was in terms of the investment there for Team Poland. For Team France, it's actually a similar conversation. Rachel has got enough to buy in, but she's going to save just a little bit. You've got Tech 9s, there's a couple of pieces of Kevlar thrown in the mix, notably one on Emerald. You want to be competitive. The moment you give the opportunity to get a few rounds back in a row could be the difference between you lifting the trophy and you watching on.
Viku's getting very aggressive. Peers down ahead of that T-smoke. Just hoping they respect that Rav, and they do. Gonna be a B pop, a apps pop. Lena blinded, Viku hits the back.
Oh.
Asha hits a nice dig. Now you know where she is, fires off another shot. Rachel brought down incredibly low from earlier, she'll group in towards short. At least recovers the bomb. You know France have a way of making these rounds interesting. This is a crazy angle. Yeah. You're never going to do with that, we are tied up.
And the bomb not even planted either, so scraps of utility are going to be brought around the prioritization of the weapons. That's always been the France modus operandi. Well handled in that apps popper as well. Full blind as the pit player, but it gets all the info, and then suddenly VQ can just take the angle. The player in from sight can swing. They're not out of the woods yet.
Vik is feeling very emboldened.
She's seen the util just be thrown over as well.
We asked for so much from her and she is delivering it.
Oh.
A leg. Hoping Astra walks back into her crosshair.
Keep spamming the smoke, force her back into my line.
Come to me. She really wants it. Oh no, it's actually goes to drop that smoke.
Counter-Strike timing as its finest, but to be honest with you, look, you dropped a smoke in towards Boiler. There's nothing here. Like there's been very little that's really been explored yet for Team France into this round. They wait for aggression, they find it with VQ in top middle, they rotate, but look at the reaction. You've already got 4 players from Team Poland all in A.
Yeah, Letty has a lot of responsibility, but she has full control. And here comes that test. Flashbang is great. VQ fully blinded, a little lost, but there's no commitment behind it. Letty uses that smoke, so she will need support soon. Surprised that rotate hasn't come yet.
It's because they're waiting, Hanker's waiting for this long smoke to disappear and then she could start going.
It's only just been thrown again though.
That makes them wary.
Letty needs the help. Okay, it's gonna come. Hanker sprints over. 20 seconds remain. They've peeked out middle. They've seen nothing. They know it's gonna be B.
Yeah, and there's only a flash, so Letty can be set up here. Here it goes, over the top. It also just catches her slightly, but Letty, she'll do it, can't quite deny the bomb, but that's Hanker's responsibility. There might be time still, but they come through the smoke, they overwhelm, bomb will go down, and Astra's found the frag on Angelka. It's a 2v2.
Somehow that bomb has gone down through all of that, and that is the crucial thing. Astra is low.
They used all their utility to get that there as well. They have nothing now. They need to worry about Banana.
All the bodies thrown at the body. The problem now, all the bodies hit the deck. Vicky with the orb. How does she break this? First one's hers. She knows. Surely, Astra has to be tucked back in somewhere. The swing comes out. She misses the chance. And she's low. The 5-7 in her hand. Viku with 10 HP. And a kit in her hand. The defuse comes through. And with a second to spare, it's Viku.
She is victorious, and the fact that France are able to fumble their way through that round, Astra's able to get that kill. You think it might be enough, and then when Viku swings, she kills Julie. That was the only known element. Astra was completely unknown. She swings, she tries to take her chance, but if you come for the Queen, you best not miss. Team Poland, double digits first, money, brittle, broken, bruised, our Team France.
That could be the clutch that wins everything, and Viku is not stopping.
That's the kill that sets it into motion once more.
Taking no prisoners.
You've got a confident sniper on that server if she keeps going for re-peaks like that. Again, a similar setup because Team France never saw it the round prior, but it's VQ that steps in along this time. Molly forward. Progression impeded, at least there's a squatter in Boiler. Not just Emerald, also Julie. And she will put VQ on notice.
Now the progression comes. But everyone's here. There's so many CTs here. Angelka, oh there we go. Bit of that magic from Angelka that we wanted to see on land. Emerald fires off shots, but they're not connecting. Finally one does, but it's Viku with the HE from deep. Look at her go.
Small little micro there, but you got to comment on it for Angelka. Is that she tucks in at default, she just waits, she moves herself around, and the first contact comes from long. We've got no idea that she's there. Surprise. Straight in your face.